Okay, I see you, Malibu. I see you, baby. Oy. Okay. I see you. You want to come up here? You want to come up here? Come on. Just for a minute. Okay. Mm-hmm. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Sandra. Hi, Aunt Beck. What? I got what? The cat or the sewing machine, Aunt Beck? Hi, Icy. Hi, Beth. Thanks, everybody, for popping in. Good morning. Good, happy, marvelous Monday, as Julie would say. Hope everybody's doing well. Amel Ben, Amel Ben. Welcome. Let's see who else. I think I've said hi so far to everybody popping in. There's Faithful Mess. Oh, you got one too? Well, I'll tell you all about. No, don't try to creep over there to the keyboard, baby. I'll tell you the pros and cons of what happened with this one. Hi, Debbie Bruce. Hi, Mirkwood. Who else, Medicine? Leslie. Anybody else coming in? Look, I mean, I don't know what to say. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I even made her own little bed over here on the floor, so she would lay over there. But where does she lay? Get your tail out of my new sewing machine, baby. Oh my gosh. Hi, Missy. Anybody else popping in? Maseki. Rachel's not here. She's on her way back to Canada. So this is for Rachel. A little ASMR moment for Rachel on her way back to Canada. So, yeah. And let's see. So I spent the morning watching the Queen's funeral for a couple hours this morning. Very pomp and circumstance and very, very moving, So I watched that for a couple hours this morning. And hi, Sarah. You're going to have to move off my jean jacket because I have to show something on it in a minute. And I'm making, look, Barbie's going to have her own little jean jacket. Well, it's a vest. I should say a jean vest. It's a jean jacket with the sleeves cut off. So I'm making Barbie one too. So I'm not sewing it. This one's just something I was working on. Hi, Janet. How's the company? Janet's got company this week. Are you still planning on streaming, Janet, at 1? We'll find out if Janet's still going to stream because she has company. She has her son there this week. Marty. I said hi to Sarah. No, it's just a little mini one, and I'm going to talk about the problem I had with it. Oh my gosh. It was something else, but it's okay now. Hi, Pamela, Northern Lights. So far, so good. Don't know if I'm streaming. I'll probably be in and out this morning. Okay. All right. And Rachel is traveling. I have not heard from Tina. And I don't know if Julie Topaz is back. It just might be me today. This might be me and Janet partially. With you guys. Hi, Pamela. Let's see. Northern Lights. Leona. Who else am I missing? So good morning, everybody coming in. I got happy mail. From Marsh, from Ben, and Jane and Sharon. I got a little happy mail from them. And if y'all missed it, I was at Zandra's yesterday afternoon, and she was streaming, and she wanted to do clouds like I do with the baby wipe. So I'll probably do another demo. This was I did this in like 30 seconds. It was my light. I did that in about 30 seconds on a quick IG video to show Zandra on her stream. So I'm going to probably show a better one. Like I said, I just did this real quick just to show Zandra on her show yesterday. So you will be winging it. Yes. Winging a prayer. Oh, there's our little, I spoke too soon. There's our Pacola, our little snapdragon. Good morning, Pacola. I love saying snapdragon. So I did this little video for Z. Here we go. Okay, Sandra, I'm going to do the real quick little video on doing the white clouds. So I just got straight acrylic paint, no water. I dip a baby wipe, a damp baby wipe in there, and I smash it into my pan. But what I'm really doing is smashing it into the baby wipe. Then I pick up a little more, and then I just drag it across, and I kind of twist the baby wipe. There's a lot of paint. There's a lot of paint in there. Of course, not that much. Oh, here comes the cat. But anyway, just kind of twist and drag. There you go. So I made that real quick Sandra. Yesterday. Made that real quick yesterday for Zandra's stream. But I think I'll do it again today just to show a little bit more in depth. So it's going to be kind of a hodgepodge today. With Happy Mail and talking about the sewing machine and, hi, Terry Brett, Dawn. Let's see, who else am I missing? Anybody else popping in? Good morning, everybody. Of course, Malibu has to put her butt on my jean vest there. Hi, Dawn. Let's see, did I say hi to Marty? There's Marsh. Hi, Marsh. Get your man cards. Yes, I got new man cards from Marsh. I got Happy Mail from Marsh. I'm getting ready to show it in a little bit. So I got Happy Mail from Marsh. I got Happy Mail from Ben. So the guys showed up in the Happy Mail today. So I may not have to slam too many man cards down. This one is from Frank Salazar, but I'm going to show Marcia's here in a minute. Hi, Julianne. So y'all know I like to say good morning to everybody. Sarah, first thing in the morning. And so let's see. I have some notes over here. I told y'all that Rachel's traveling. Denise is supposed to be here tomorrow, so she may be here tomorrow. If she does come down, then she'll stream with me on Wednesday. Little ASMR moment for Rachel. Hey, Arlene. Let's see. I know Faithful Mess is here. I'm so glad to see you, Faithful Mess. I hope you're doing you're better. I hope you're doing better. Let's see. Happy Mail. I think I've said everything so far. I need to say. I just got to show everything. So, all right. Well, let me tell y'all about. Get my voice going here. Tell you about my sewing machine. So I got this sewing machine, and I just wanted a really inexpensive one. I got it at Walmart, which it's like even more expensive at Hobby Lobby. The exact same one, but I got it at Walmart over the weekend. So I'll tell you a couple little stories. And it shows you how, where's Aunt Beck? Aunt Beck, this will show you how well versed I am in the sewing world. Guys, this is the first sewing machine I probably had in 30 years. I had an old used one, and I never even used it. And then, of course, Samantha, she got into sewing, so I bought her a brand new one. And then my mom's, who I gave to Samantha as well. So Samantha has two really nice sewing machines, and she uses them. I didn't want mom's. It was a fancy, smancy. I wouldn't even know all the features on it. But Samantha knows how to use sewing machines, so I gave it to her. But anyway, so I said, well, let me just get a little inexpensive one. So I get up to the counter, and it's like way more expensive than set on the little bar. Oh, well, you can't go by that little price underneath of it anymore. And I said, well, what are you supposed to go by? If it's not on the packages, right? But anyway, so I said, I don't want to get it then. And Hubster goes, oh, just get it, you know. So I got it. So I get it home. Wait, let me find this other video for y'all because it was really good. Um, so I get it home, and of course, you know, I did read all the instructions and where everything is. It's not like I'd never used a sewing machine. I know how to thread it, and you know, and all that, right? It's been a while, but it had been a while, but I kind of remembered how. So I get home. First off, I get home, and Hubster goes, "Did you think about getting any thread?" Because I do all my hand sewing, and anything I'd sew is with embroidery floss, which I got tons of that. I got a bucket of embroidering floss, and anytime I need to sew on a button or make a little something, or like I made the pirate costume, or I embroidered that that bee cape for my Barbie with the bee cape, you know, it's all done with embroidery floss. All done with embroidery floss. I didn't have one single spool, Aunt Beck. I had not one single spool. So when we got home, Hubster goes, "Don't you need some thread?" So he said, "I'll take you over to Hobby Lobby." So I went over to Hobby Lobby, and I got black, white, brown, red, blue, pink. I got about eight spools, right? Just to have some basic colors. I did not have one single spool of thread. So well, I take that back. I might have one of those vintage ones that I got from Keisha's auction, but if it's vintage, you know, it's probably going to snap. So I went over to Hobby Lobby and got a few spools, right? So then I thread it all up, and there was already a bobbin in here. Let me zoom in a little bit. There was already a bobbin in here, and on the even on the little bobbin cover, I don't know if you'll be able to see. You can see it shows you how to thread it and everything. And there was already one in there, so I made sure it was all threaded in there right. I could not get the dropping the needle and picking up the bobbin thread. I could not pick up that bobbin thread for nothing. I called in an emergency call to Boo. Said, "Boo, what is wrong?" She goes, "Well, I'm at the grocery store. I'll call you back. I'll do a FaceTime with you when I get home. When I get back to she's off at college in Athens." And so in the meantime, I said, "Well, let's just do what everybody else does, and let's go to YouTube, right?" Hi, Tina. Thank you for saying good morning to everybody. Beck. Oh dear. Well, wait. You haven't heard all the oh dears yet. So I go to YouTube, and I showed this to Samantha and Denise, and I said, "If this is what I got to do to fix this bobbin, oh heck no." So I won't show you the whole thing. It's a 5-minute video, but I'll just show you. I'll try to go over to it. Let's see here. Let's go over to YouTube. Oh, wait, hang on. Let's get past the ads here. Hang on. I'll kind of skim through it. So here we go.
Today, we're going to figure out what is wrong with the Singer M1000. For some reason, it is just not catching the bobbin thread. So here today, I'm going to show you how to fix this problem.
Okay, so I'm not going to let you listen to the whole thing, but I'm going to scrub through. So first off, what he does, starts taking the machine apart. He gets the screws out. He takes off this face plate. Then he turns it over, and he takes off the bottom. And he's taking the machine apart. There he is at the bottom. He's taking this off. And then when he takes this off, then there's little screws in there. And he gets out an Allen wrench, and he starts loosening screws up underneath the Allen wrench. He gets up all inside the machine. No. This thing's going back, baby. This thing is going back. That's what I said, Beth. No way. That's what I said. No way. Well, Aunt Beck and any of y'all that sew are probably going to laugh at this. So I said, what is wrong? Why is, I'm not going to take all this off and go underneath and take that off. So I said, let me just try one more time. So I took the thread, I rethread. It's got exact little diagrams of where to thread everything, right? So two things. One, One of the problems, and I think I'm going to have to take off this hand guard. There's this little hand guard here. I'm going to have to take it off. It's just with the screw. I'm going to have to take this off because I cannot see to thread this needle with my trifocals. And so, of course, they give you one of the little, they give you one of the little thread things, a little silver thread, thing. But here's the problem. The little silver threader, I can't put it in the front of the needle because the thread has to go from the front to the back. So I had put the thread needle in there and finally got the little, let me show y'all what I'm talking about in case you don't know. I'm sure y'all know, but y'all that sew know what I'm talking about. One of these, okay? One of these little needle threaders, okay? One of these little needle threads. Well, you can't put it in here in the front and then put the thread in and pull it out because the thread will then therefore be coming from the back to the front. So to thread this correctly, which has to have the thread going in the front, you have to put this from the back of the needle so that you can put the thread in there and pull it in so that the thread goes in that way. Have you tried to ever use one of these backwards? And especially with the hand guard and all this, oh my gosh, it took me like 10 minutes to thread the needle, and I'm not exaggerating. 10 minutes to thread the needle. Let me put my thread back on there. So finally, I got the thread in there, and his eyes aren't any much better than mine, Marsh. He did do it one time for me, but he did get it. His are a little better than mine. So look at her, and she's so cute. So finally, I got it threaded, and I figured out, for those of y'all that know a sewing machine, what I was doing wrong. What I was doing wrong is over here on the wheel. Excuse me, Malibu. Over here, I was turning the needle this way. When you want to pick up the bobbin, you have to turn the needle this way. I was turning this the wrong way. So I'm wondering how many people have taken their sewing machine apart to try to fix that bobbin issue, because apparently it's a big issue. Yes, exactly, Beck. I was doing it the wrong way. So as soon as I turned it this way and had the needle threaded front to back, it picked up the bobbin. So I figured that. So anyway, I figured that out. It was either one or both of those issues. You turning the needle drop, turning the wheel down. I'm trying to get it in, turning it this way to drop the needle to pick up the bobbin thread. Plus having the needle go this way, which is hard because it's got, see that little metal thing right there? That's supposed to protect your hand. I never had one of those on any machine I'd ever used, but apparently it's a thing now. But I'm going to have to take the screwdriver and remove this because I can't thread the needle trying to go around this little thing and get into the needle. It's way too much trouble. I mean, by the time I could have got that all done, I could have hand sewn this little mini vest with before to about will almost mess up your tension. Yeah. And plus, now I've got to figure out, I know that's a zigzag, and then they have different stitch things here. I'll look at, research that a little better, because they don't even tell you in the book. They show you these stitches, but they don't tell you what's what in the book, in the handbook. They don't. I just happen to know that's a zigzag, and then I know that this reverses the machine. And the other thing I do not like about this is I got these, and it doesn't even matter if I had. Look, there's the thing. These tall ones and even a small one will not sit on that. You have to drop this back, which this is annoying to me. This dropping back of the, because you can't do, anyway. I don't like the way that is. Most machines I've seen, your thread is standing up like this. This drops back for you to put the thread on. I don't like that. And plus the arm to raise and lower. Of course, this is an inexpensive machine. The arm to raise and lower this back here is not that, it's not that great. But, it's the whole machine, I think, was $85. I think it was an $85 machine, which is more than I thought it was, because that's not what it said on the little thing underneath. But anyway, so I had to show y'all my new Singer M1000. So if you are a newbie and you buy one of these machines, before you take all this apart, make sure your needle is threaded front to back, and make sure when you want to pull up the bobbin thread, you pull this toward you, not away from you. Okay. So there's that's all the sewing tips I have for now. Hi, Hetty. So, yes, I know, right? Because let me show you. Of course, we go on YouTube, right? Let me show you. Let me show you where here, look, it shows you all of it nice and close up. It does not tell you what any of these are for. It does not tell you what any of these are at all. It just says, there they are. I looked through the whole book. It tells you nothing. So anyway, like I said, it's a little inexpensive one. I only got it, guys, to make Barbie clothes. That's, Barbie costumes. That's all I bought it for, was Barbie costumes. So let me put this over here. So, Hubster, I know y'all sewers are going to laugh. Now, again, I can't even tell you how many skeins of embroidery floss. I have hundreds and hundreds of skeins of embroidery floss. Plus, I got all of Mom's because she was a cross stitcher too. So, I've got plenty. And I did start winding some of them up. I mean, this is just some of the basic ones. I literally have hundreds of skeins. It would take me forever. But I did buy some more, the plastic winder. So I just do this every now and then when I don't have anything else to do. I start winding them up a little bit. But so I didn't have any thread. So that's what I said. Hubster goes, let's go to Hobby Lobby and get you some thread. Bless your little pea-picking heart. Who wanted a sewing machine and did not own a spool of thread. So I got this little sewing box here. Let me back up the camera. I got this little sewing box at Hobby. Whoops, wrong way. Got this little sewing box at Hobby Lobby. And look, for those that look at all my sewing accoutrements. Look, I feel so special. But I'll show you the most important thing in my sewing accoutrements. So I can thread the needle. But it's got this little button on it with a little magnet. It's kind of cute. For as little as I'm sewing, that's it. Anyway, so there's my sewing machine story for y'all this morning. Yeah. Well, Marsh, I'm not really making so much as dresses as y'all saw costumes and things. Like today is Talk Like a Pirate Day, which, by the way, last week I said, Friday is Talk Like a Pirate Day. It's really today is Talk Like a Pirate Day, but I went ahead and posted it last week anyway and just put in the description, Monday is Talk Like a Pirate Day, which is fine because the Queen's funeral, I didn't really want to post it on the Queen's funeral. So anyway, this is what I'm talking about, like making this kind of things. Like this, I just painted. It's just supposed to be like a little bit of a flag she's holding there. And of course, it's kind of messed up right now, but she was holding a paintbrush and a palette. But I hand sewed all this. I made her a little leatherette corset. And this is all hand sewn. Nothing, I painted the boots to make them look, but anyway, made her a little hat, a little leatherette hat. So anyway, and the eye patch. Wait, the eye patch came off. There's the eye patch. I gotta have the eye patch. Well, hang on. Let me stand her up here and fix her eye patch. I made her a little eye patch. So anyway, this is the kind of thing I'm talking about when I say I'm making Barbie, costumes or clothes. So anyway, I do have some other projects in mind. Okay, so But anyway, so I'm making her a little vest because I have a jean vest, and I'm going to put some little patches and things on here. I made this vest out of an old shirt cuff. The cuff off of a jean shirt is what I'm using to make this. So it's already got like, see, I took some of the other part, and I'm making it out of a cuff. And then the little bead things here are this right here, the liquid pearls. Liquid pearls is what the little buttons are. Oh, thanks, Tina. Hi, Angie. Okay, Angie, if you missed it, Angie's a sewer too. Angie, if you missed it, you need to go back and watch my sewing machine rant. That's not really a rant. I figured it out. Okay, so then here's my jean. This is my jean vest. I'll show the whole thing in a minute, but Malibu's sleeping on it. But this right here, Sharon Lombard sent this to me, so I already attached it. And the little wire antenna, I just sewed a bead on the end to hold that down so that these weren't loose, so this isn't loose, the little antennas. But she hand beaded that. Baby, I wish I could just have this for a minute. Can I have this? You don't want me to move you. I'm so sorry. I set you a blanket down there on the floor. Stretch. Come on. I set you a blanket down here on the floor for you to lay on. There you go. There you go. That's not going to make her happy. But anyway, Sharon beaded this. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that work. Yeah, hand beaded. And where's her mail here? Let me get my mail over here off of camera, of course. So she put a little note. She said, "Hi, Dee Dee, I beaded this butterfly. Thought it would look fab on your jean jacket." Well, it's a vest. Technically, it's a vest because I cut the sleeves off. But if you don't like it, of course, I'm not going to toss it. And she says she also found these cute little, and let me put them in my hand here, little kitty charms. Look at these little kitty charms. Look at them. Little white kitties like Malibu and Oliver. So I'll put these on a journal. Make some journal jewelry with those. Aren't they adorbs? Hi, Jasper. Who else am I missing? Becky Kalura. So let's see who else. Missy. I know I'm missing people coming in. So thank you, Sharon, for the kitty charms and the beautiful. I put it right there right above the pocket. So I'll show you what I got on here so far. So I have these over here. And then down here on the bottom, I have this little robot, he's felt like a little felt roll with rolly eyes. So I got that on the front. So that's on the front of the vest. It was a jacket, like I said. Here's the back with my little the little Chinese good luck cats there, and then two of them down here on those sides. So yeah. So I'm slowly incorporating all kinds of patches on there. So thank you, Sharon. That patch, that butterfly patch was amazing. Then what else? Okay, and then I don't see Jane here yet, but Jane Litterick sent me. And if y'all don't know Jane, in Canada, she has a YouTube channel. She just drew. I didn't even know she did sketching and drawing. I just knew she did a lot of vintage jewelry. And so she sent me this. I have yet to put it on. So, dear Dee, thank you for inspiring chats and live shows. I would love for you to have this bracelet as a personal thank you. Jane from Living Skies Vintage. And so I know this is vintage, but look how beautiful this is, guys. I have no idea what any of the stones or what any of it's made out of, but it will be going on my arm. So now I have another one right there. So thank you, Jane. Thank you so much. I'll keep your little note. This needs to all go in the, what do you call it? The Fibs book. My little notes like that go in the Fibs book. I have a plastic thing to put them in until they go into the Fibs book. So, Okay, so and I'm pretty sure I know I have Jane's because I've sent her stuff, but let me cut this off here. Let me hang on, guys. I'm gonna save this right off the bat so I don't forget. All right. Then let me check chat real quick, guys. Do you win Pete in the punk band? He studded up his own vest with spikes amongst that. I don't doubt it. Pete, I could so see Pete doing that. I could so see Pete doing that. If y'all know, Tina is the mod over at Creepy Little Book. Pete does a show, and it comes on so late. I never hardly ever get to make it live. Once in a while, like if I get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom or something, I'll check and see if Pete's on. But for the most part, his show doesn't even start till midnight. For the most part, but he has Creepy Little Book. So Tina, if you want to put the link to Pete's channel in there, feel free. Let's see. Scrolling back. I know, aren't they cute little kitty charms, Tina? I know. And thank you, Tina. Let's see. If I miss saying hi to you, I'll catch you. There's Nettie. Hi, Nettie. So yeah, there's Pete's Creepy Little Book, and he has a whole story behind how he made a book about it. All right, so now I got a couple of happy mails and a couple little projects in mind. And again, I want to redo the painty thing, and I might have to take this white paper off. We'll see. Right now it's good, but I might have to take the white paper off and go back to the blue or another, one of my wood things. We'll see. All right, sip of water. Okay, Angie. So Marsh sent me some of his zines. I've been knowing Marsh. I've been knowing Marsh for a lot of years, and way back when he made these. I mean, I don't know what year they were. I don't know if he says the year, but anyway, he sent me 4 of his Glyph zines, and it's his character Glyph. So if y'all don't follow Marsh, if somebody wants to put in Marsh Makes Comics, I know he's here somewhere. I was going to click on his name, but let me scroll back. Marsh, where are you, Marsh? Marsh, like, what is it? Keisha says, come to the front of the store. I'm looking for him. It might be too far back, but anyway, he'll probably say something here in a minute. And so anyway, and then I'll post his. There he is. So if y'all want to follow Marsh, there's his channel. And one is Tara, not Glyph. Okay, Glyph, Tara, Glyph. Okay, yeah. So I've only read one of them. I haven't had much chance because I've been battling a sewing machine all weekend. But I did read The Lost, and I think I read this one. So anyway, he sent me some of his, and these are some of his one-page zines. And anyway, and Bug Eyes, this one's really cute. I thought about sending this one to Janet because Janet did that the zine. Janet did the zine of well, let me keep Marsh on there for a minute. Whoops. With her praying mantis. So anyway, can I read it? Can I read it, Marsh? Sent you the one with the tape. Oh, I don't care. It makes it more special. I love it. I love things that have handmade and tape on them and stuff. That's awesome. I really love that kind. I mean, you could do that on purpose. I would love it. So anyway, I don't know if he'll wants me to read this to you, but I just think they're so awesome. So I'll wait and see what he says. And then he sent me a sticker, and this is some of his. This was his. He used to go by Donkey Jaw Projects. I think he still does, but his main thing now is Marsh Makes Comics. So, but this is his old logo. I can read anything, okay? And so some little stickers and some of his little flair. Look how cute! I love this. So, and of course, his man cards. He did me he let me have the Sean Connery 007 one that he did on his show. And this one was a surprise. He did not tell me what it was going to be, but it's a Ken doll. He made me a Ken doll for a man card. I just love that. And he put them in some protective sleeves. So I like that too. So now I'm going to have them. I'll have them right over here next to Frank's two man cards. Frank made them larger. He made them larger than your usual ATC sketch card size. So Frank's are a little larger there, but I know the Sean Connery, but just the idea of doing a Ken, I would have never thought that you would do a Ken card for the man card. So I love that. So those will sit right here. So anytime I need to throw down a man card, we're ready. We're ready. Okay. And then he sent me, is this a print? I hope this is a print. Didn't you sell the original, your original Samurai? If you did not sell the original, if this is the original Samurai, I'm sending you some money for this, Marsh. I'm gonna PayPal you something if this is an original. Tell me if this is original. I haven't taken it out to check, but I hope it's the print because I thought you had sold. I thought you had eBayed the original Samurai. Let me know. Okay, let me know if that's the original or a print. Not that it matters. I'll take either. But see, it's the original. I'm sending you. I'm PayPaling you some money for that, Marsh. So here's his little bug eyes. Okay. He made this in 1 hour. It's a 1 hour comic. So for all those of y'all say, oh, no, he did this in an hour. And I mean, we know he's a professional, but still. Sometimes I just want to run away, but what's the point? So look at him sitting there sketching and drawing. When I'm older, I suppose it will be different. I'll be married, hang out with my wife and kids. Oh, wait, did I skip a page? Oh, wait, I skipped a page. All right, wait a minute. Let's back up. Let's back up the bug bus. Beep, beep, beep. Okay. All my life, I've been made fun of for my big bug eyes. Just like everything, there are advantages and disadvantages, and they're all laughing. Look at the big bug eyes. But even with bug eyes, it's sometimes hard to see the good. Sometimes I just want to run away, but what's the point? I suppose when I'm older, it will be different. I'll be married. I'll hang out with my wife and kids. But for now, I have to put up with it, I guess. Someone hit him with the head, boink, with a rock or something. But like I said, the bug's life does have its advantages. And they're all laughing at him. Oh, am I in frame? This bug eye guy can fly. So I love that ending, Marsh. I love that. I love that ending. That is awesome. So anyway, so I've like I said, I've only read one of them, and that, and of course the man cards and the flare and the. Thank you so much, Marsh. I love all of it, and I'm glad you're back to making comics and working on your art. And if y'all don't follow Marsh, he does things like this on his show, where he'll talk about processes and styles and how to make comics and what things he's gone through and draws things like this on his channel. So go follow Marsh Makes Comics right there. And yeah. Yeah. I loved that one. I love the bug. I love the bug. And so thank you, Tina. There's his channel. So yeah, y'all go follow Marsh. So thank you for that and my man cards. So and I think he's going to start doing some monsters. Let me get a sip of my water, guys. I think he's going to do some sketch card monsters for for Halloween. Well, for October, So I think he might. Last I heard, he might. So I don't know, but I love the idea of the Ken doll. That's so clever, Marsh. Of course, I love, me some 007, Sean Connery. So I love it all. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wait, the man card's got to stay right over here. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's see. All right, next. Oh, and Marsh, we were teasing Marsh before, and I think I bought some of these, and someone has sent me these, so these are coming to you, Marsh, because I'm always talking about my post-its and stuff, and I said, well, Marsh had one little tiny. I think he had one of these. I think he had one of these. So I said, I'm gonna have to send Marsh some comics. Well, rather than sending him some pink post-its, look at these. Pluto and the rainbow moon. They're post-its, Marsh, but they're the planet. So I thought I'm going to send these to Marsh because, yeah. Then I don't have to throw in a man card with them. So those are coming to you. I said Marsh post-its on there. So those are going to you. Let's see, what else do I have laying around here? Okay, so next, if y'all remember Ben, Cinderblock Studios, sometimes he pops in here, but he works during the day. So he's, well, Marsh does too. Marsh kind of sneaks in here every now and then. But anyway, Ben, Cinderblock Studios, who I call Ben, and he's has sent me over the years. I'm going to show y'all. He has sent me over the years his cast-offs, some of his art cast-offs that we make bookmarks out of them, and we call them bin bookmarks. So I'll show you some of his old stuff he sent me, but he also sent me one of his Kingdom of the Wind. There's his real name there, but his Cinderblock Studios is the name of his channel. Cinderblock Studios. I don't know if Tina can find that for me. But he did this book. He did this let's see, let me see the date. He did it in 2021. Okay, I was thinking it was a little further back, but he did this in 21. I've not read it yet, so I can't give you a critique on it or anything. But he published these books, and it's on nice cardstock weight, and he does have these for sale. On his channel, if you go find him, there's his logo and his channel name, Cinderblock Studios. So he does have this for sale. Again, I've not read it yet, but and he also has some painting. He has a lot of his paintings in a gallery in Pittsburgh. So and he has a YouTube channel. He just put up another video over the weekend, and so I like his fantasy type art. So yeah, so that's his book that he has. Thank you, Tina. Yeah, he does. Ben has some cool stuff on Instagram too. So if you follow Cinderblock Studios or Ben, either one, and so he sent me some of his cast-offs, so like leftover sketches, painting canvases, and what we've done with these before is make them into bookmarks, and I just tag them Ben bookmarks because they're from Ben, right? And I have his little note here, so let me put his little note in the book. Okay, and so let me show you what he sent that we can make bookmarks out of, and so they're just leftover paint samples or, little test things, little test pages. And what we do is we cut them up and make bookmarks out of them. And I put a ribbon on them. And we, like this wouldn't be a bookmark because it's like paper thin. But, a lot of his stuff is on cardstock. And so we cut them up and make them into bookmarks. And so, yeah, quite fun stuff. Here's one of his sketches for one of his paintings. Another one. So, thanks, Ben. Some color mixing things. And this is a tree on some cardboard, corrugate, and just all kinds of little bits. So here's a little macaroon, it looks like. Here's another little tree. So some squashes, paint test. So these are some like designs for some of his paintings. And he also, I don't know if he has it uploaded on his regular channel. He had a secondary channel where he did a bunch of just sketchbooks and little tiny sketches that he would do at work while in break and stuff. So here's one of his landscapes. So hello everybody coming in. I know, right, Marsh? Let's see. Let's see. Carol came in. Carol, you're a sewer. You'll have to go back and watch my sewing machine intro. So these are on canvas. So let's see. Here's some more of his little sketches on some. Look, here's some horizons and these are his his sketches. I don't say practice, but these are ideas for his landscapes. So he does these little sketches like this, and these are the kind of things that he then later turns into paintings. So I love these. So this is where he gets his ideas for his landscapes. And then a little, so it looks like some of that straw, like you put down the water and the ink and you blow it through the straw to make these kind of flares. So there's that. Let's see what else we got here. A big giant splat. Look, doesn't this remind you of a Venus flytrap? I could just so see that as a Venus flytrap. Let's see. Oh, sketch every day. Okay, thank you, Tina. I think that's the one with his sketches on it. He doesn't. I don't think he's posted on there for a while, but so you can just see he's working on a painting now on his newest video that's just up. You can see him doing something kind of like this, but it's almost like, I think he said it was going to be like a Southeast Asian village with this kind of thing on the side with flags and wires and lanterns, and it's going to look really cool. So this to me looks like the inside of a shell, like a mussel shell. So, and then it's all wrapped up in this one big piece of canvas. So this is something we can make some bin bookmarks out of. And again, here's his Kingdom of the Wind story and art. Let's see if I can get it close enough so you can kind of see. So thanks, Ben, for sending me a copy of this. I'm looking forward to reading it, as I am looking forward to finishing up my stuff from Marsh, reading all of that. Okay, so let me move this over here. The book in my stack of stuff to read. And let's see what else. I'm looking around, seeing what else I might have missed to show you guys. That might have been all the happy mail and the art that I wanted to show. Looking around, making sure, because it's all in different piles. All right, so real quick, and then we'll decide if I might want to finish that ColorBook page or I might want to sketch. Y'all tell me what y'all want to do. I can do some sketching, either on craft paper or white paper. But first I want to do, I'm going to do another little bit of showing how to do the clouds. Let me get a baby wipe. So y'all let me know whatever one can do. Got 2 votes for the ColorBook, 3, 4. So I can finish that page. I hate to start another one. Let me fix my camera here. I can finish that page, the pink bunny with the fangs in the dragon book. Do both. Okay, so again, Zandra, who is Scraps to Beauty, Zandra, she streams on Sunday afternoons, not every Sunday, but a lot of Sundays, about 4:00 or 4:30. So anyway, she was she did a like a witch in the moon, and she wanted some clouds going across. Well, she couldn't quite get the clouds to do what we do. So I did that quick, and I'll show it again. And then we're going to do another version of it just to show you. Let me go over here to Instagram. So let me turn my volume up. So this is what I did at the end of her show, so she could see it yesterday during the show. It's only like 30 seconds. Okay, Sandra, I'm going to do the real quick little video on doing the white clouds. So I just got straight acrylic paint, no water. I dip a baby wipe, a damp baby wipe in there, and I smash it into my pan. But what I'm really doing is smashing it into the baby wipe. Then I pick up a little more, and then I just drag it across, and I kind of twist the baby wipe. There's a lot of paint. There's a lot of paint in there. Of course, not that much. Oh, here comes a cat. But anyway, just kind of twist and drag. There you go. So I did that for her yesterday, just a quick. I thought, and I told her, so I just threw that thing up there. Because I wanted to do it for Xandra. I didn't have fingernail polish on or nothing. I threw that up there. It's already got almost 600 views. How to throw some paint on to make a cloud. I thought, okay. I was just going to leave it up there for Xandra. But anyway, so white acrylic paint, no water. The only time I put water in here and make it a bucket of stars is when I'm going to do stars or foam for water. Water spray from the ocean or something like that. Then I'll put water in it, and I'll get a soft brush and I'll splatter, right? But for the clouds, there's no water in that. And it's a damp baby wipe. It won't work as well if you have a dry, well, I don't even know if it will work at all. You need like right out of the box, a damp baby wipe. And I just pick some up. And the reason I push this, like I do this, is I'm getting the paint mashed into the baby wipe. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of paint mashed into the baby wipe. And all I'm going to do is just kind of, you can push down, lift up, kind of twist. And what you're doing is you're making clouds. Now, again, you can make, some fluffier ones. You can do, something like this, and then you can get more, and then maybe make the silver lining. You can do the silver lining on the clouds, or thicker clouds, but it is just with the baby wipe and dragging it, just kind of twisting and dragging. But there's a lot of paint. I think the reason Xander was having problems with it, first she tried to water down the acrylic, and that just doesn't work. You have to have a lot of paint. And again, you can, after it dries, you can always add more details, more little, what, so you can do clouds. And you can go back, you can do more thicker ones. And then as it dries, you can add more details across the top. So that's just a quick little way to make clouds. And thanks guys. Thanks for subscribing to Xandra and Ben and everybody. And y'all subscribe to Marsh too. So anyway, yeah, it's just kind of twisting, and you can get get almost to on your fingernail, so that you can get real thin areas, and you can get it thicker, just depending on how you twist the baby wipe. Okay, so this works for clouds, it works for mist, it works for ocean. Like, look, this could be the ocean. What do you call it? The beach. You can make these kind of be crashing waves. You can do waterfalls. You can do, a lot. You can make this like more water. You can do thin. Of course, when I do real thin, tiny little waves, I'm usually using a Posca, but this can get the the start or the background of a waterfall. The waterfall, or even just some waves crashing. So you can do a lot with a baby wipe and white acrylic paint. Okay, just take a little practice. Just take a little practice. Yes, I use Huggies all natural baby wipes, and I like them because they're not scented or anything. There's no soap. Some of them have soap in them, and then you go like this, and you can hear them going. They're all soapy. I don't like that. So these are all natural. And I just buy the plastic little refills and put them all in the same box I've had for years. So is Janet gone? I'll show you. So I just refill this same box over and over, but it's just Huggies Natural. But I just refill the box over and over, so I don't need a new one of these, right? Every time. Oh my goodness. So, hi, Julie Topaz. Good to see you. Happy Marvelous Monday to you too. And Janet's often back and forth because she has her son there, and she's going to have company all week. So, but she's not sure even if she's going to stream yet, guys. We'll kind of keep an eye out for her closer to the end of my stream, whether Janet's going to stream at 1 or not. Okay, let's see here. Another option for all of you that like color books, if you want, it's been a while and I haven't done a ton of new coloring, but if you want to see like a color book flip, I can bring some color books in and show y'all some of my color books that are finished pages if y'all want me to do that. It's been a while. I wish I could just pinpoint my my picture of me hiding behind all my color books. So obviously I can't show them all, but trust me, the stacks of color books I have, I can hide behind like a wall. I have a wall of color books. And okay, Arlene, thank you for stopping in. Sleep well. Arlene is an all-nighter. She also mods at other people's channels overnight. So she's usually at a lot of the, she's at different comic book artists and different people's streams overnight. And she's a mod for them. And then she sleeps all day. She can do that because she can. Love you, Arlene. So anyway, I can show you some of my color books. I have over 500 videos of color books, on individual ones. And speaking of Cat and Paste, and I don't know if you put up a new one either, Tina, but Cat and Paste put up a new Instagram. Let me go over here. And I'll look for you too, Tina. Cat and Paste. So she put up this new color book page. Look at this, guys. Isn't that beautiful? And let's see, it's Pygmy Sloth, and it's it's a page by Millie Murata, and I think it's she got it from her for a download, but I think it's out of a color book too. I don't think I have this one or that book. But anyway, there is Cat and Paste, and you have to really go over there to see it more in depth. But look at that. Look at the water floating across the sloth. That is awesome, C&P. Just beautiful. Hi, Tina. Anybody else coming in? I don't think I posted anything new. I've been working in the yard a lot. Okay, yeah. I finally I finished up all my herb gardens, the little herb pot things that I have of all my herbs. I gathered up all the rest of my herbs and dried those, put those in the little jars. I have my own little herb jars. And then what was left, I'll show you what I'm going to do. So y'all can get an idea. Y'all are going to laugh at me. So what I'm going to do, this is a plan. I don't know. I have it written down in my notebook. Hang on. I got to untape this. So my plan is, I want to, and if Lady Jan was here, so y'all know I'm reading the Fidelma. I don't know if I'm ever pronounced it. I need to look it up to pronounce it right. But y'all know I love Brother Cadfael, the Cadfael Mysteries, and he's an herbalist. And so I thought it would be so cool to have Barbie like in an old, like in that century, maybe in an old robe or something, and have the herbs all hanging up behind her like she's an herbalist. So what I did is these are what was left of my herbs. So I'm going to dry these, and they can be hanging. These herbs they smell so good. They can be hanging in behind her. And and like in a little shop or something. Do I want to do a herb shop? Maybe, maybe. So these are my leftovers. This was all that was left of my herbs. And oh, a new book coming out. Missy, I missed. What's the new book? Oh, the color book. That's a page from her new color book. Okay. So anyway, I'm thinking maybe an herb shop. I don't know. So these are well, she's not really an alchemist. She'd be an herbalist. She's not. She's not really going to be, changing, chemistry. She's more going to be herbs. Although they can combine. They can be combined. So this was the leftovers, my herbs, and so I just took the little tiny rubber bands and just banded up what was left out of my herb garden. And it smells so good. So I just have them here on on some wax paper to dry out a little bit. I really should hang them up, but I have the little mini clothespins. Hang on. I have the little mini clothespins that I can hang these up that Barbie could be working in her herbal, I don't know what you call it. Herb. It's not herbalist, but anyway, in her herb place. So anyway, yeah, this is all that was left over. So I cleaned out the trays and the bins, and so all my herbs are done now for the year, and I've got plenty, and all my jars are full. I have probably about 20 herbs, 20 different herb jars for my own dried herbs. So yeah, so let me set this aside. Smells so good. All right. So let's see. Let me go run in the other room and we'll start. Oh yeah, see now this just dropped out. Now I want to do some Copic coloring. I want to do some alcohol mark coloring. Maybe I'll find in one of my books something to color. We'll do a Copic coloring. But I still want to finish, and I really am almost done with the first dragon page here. This other one here. I gotta finish this, which I did a couple weeks ago. This is like 90% done. I think last time I said 95% done, but so I want to finish this double page spread, and then this is the one we started last week. So this is what the background is going to look like around every one of those, and then I'm doing the fur with the individual little fur with the Posca, and then coloring over the white Posca. So this one I want to finish too. So those are the two that I really want to get done. I say that right. Let me put that up under here. So let me go in the other room is where all my color books are. So I'm going to go pull a stack, and well, I got hundreds. I'll pull some of my favorites and we'll kind of go through them. I won't do the cute and creepy because I did all the Camilla Areco ones last week. I showed the dragons and I showed the cute and creepy, which I will work on. This one I always work in October. This one I work in October, and I showed all this again last week. So I won't show that one again. But let me go in the other room. Give me a couple minutes to go get a stack, and I'll just bring a stack at a time. Hang on. Okay, I brought an arm load. I mean, literally, I could spend the whole day showing them. So, but I showed, I probably will just kind of do a quick flip through these because I showed most of my Kirby's. I showed most of my Kirby's a couple weeks ago, I think. So, let me check chat, make sure everything's okay. Hi, Shelly. Who else? Cat and Pace, I just showed your current color book page of the swimming sloth. I showed that just a minute ago if you missed it. Hi, Jasper. Who else? Zovolsa, Zovolasa, Zovolsa. I know I'm saying that wrong, but welcome. Let's see. Okay. So I'm going to just, hi, Sarah. So I'm just going to kind of, I won't go through all these because I've done these I do these quite often. So, and these are some years old as well. Shadow. But the lighting looks pretty good today. So, but I show how to use acrylic paint. We'll kind of go over some techniques while we're sitting here. I use acrylic paint because the thing about acrylic paint is color pencil loves acrylic paint. I was trying to find a white pencil. To show you. So you can do so much cool things with white pencil if you have the acrylic paint on the background. If you have any questions or if you have any books you want to, see or spotlight, let me know. So I'm going to just kind of flip through some of these. Here's another example of smoke and clouds that you can do with pencil on top of acrylic paint. Here's my mech moth. Again, this is a wash of acrylic paint. When you have a wash of acrylic paint, you can do things like this, or you can do anything on top of it with pencil. It doesn't want me to get too close there. So let's see if I can get the light back. So I'm just going to kind of do a little flip through. So this particular book has a lot of sample pages of how to do different techniques that we've done. And so hardly any of these are finished. There's some glitter spider web because it's they're all techniques. So I'm not going to go, I'm just kind of do a quick flip. And if y'all have any questions, put it in caps. Yes, the teacher voice. I'll try not to have the teacher voice. I have 2 anamorphias. So I'm just going to kind of flip through. Here's an example of, this is what it looks like when you first put down the acrylic paint, a wash. See how it's just a wash there? It's very light. But then go over here, and this is what happens when you shade it. See? This is where it's shaded. Or on him, too. So you can see what happens when you shade on top of your... yeah, I mean, there's so many... it's really funny because I see people make fun of color books. And comic book artists are the best ones to make color books. They, with the line art, like here, that's not a good example. They're the best ones to make line art color books. Kirby is, he's a famous tattoo artist in the Philippines, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know how much he still does tattooing. He may not need to anymore. I don't know. But anyway, so his work is, world renowned now. Everybody knows Kirby. So there's just different samples that I've done in this one. This one's done. And this one kind of shows how you can just take a couple of main colors, in this case, orange and blue, and make, make a page cohesive. Yeah, Nick Filbert too. And I did pull some Nick Filbert, Tina. I'm going to show that next. They're both awesome artists. And look at this. I mean, some of the, I also have his sketchbook, his little mini sketchbook. Do I have it in here? I haven't shown that in a while. Let's see, is it up here? I don't want to step on you, Malibu, but I got to get around behind you. Let's see. Is this it? No. I'm not sure where it is. If it's in this, I'm looking up on my shelf. Ah, here we go. Found it. And I've had multiple copies of this too. And Cameron had had one for, and Cameron took it, and then I bought another one. And anyway, Sketchy Stories. This is a sketchbook art of Kirby Roseanne's, and he did this in 2016. And so I'll just do a little flip. So a lot of this art you'll see, like this is from a sketchbook, and then he turned it into a color book. Yeah, a lot of comic books. Well, I'll give you an example. Gary, he turned his Titan Mouse into a color book. I need to go grab that one off the shelf. I'll do that too. But anyway, so here's some of Kirby's. This is just a sketchbook, so you can use it just as an art book to look at and get inspired. You could actually color this book. You know, you could use this as a color book. So it can be a combo thing. Something like this can be a color book, right? It could be a color book, or you could just use it as an art book. So that's Sketchy Stories. Let me go get Gary's real quick while I'm thinking of it. I'm not sure if I showed this when I showed some of my comic book collection last week and a half ago, but let me set this aside. I'll show this in a minute. Let me go ahead and finish doing Kirby's stuff here. So yeah, so it's just a little sketchbook. You can do whatever, but he took these kind of designs and turned them into color books. So let's see here. What else have I got on this one? All right, I think I kind of showed most of that. And then, these are in no particular order. And I think I have all of his books. He also, I did see, and I did not buy it because I have all his books and all the same designs are in it, but he has a calendar out this year. I don't know if he had a calendar before this year. I did see it at the bookstore that he has a calendar. Now, if it goes on sale and there's still some around, y'all know the first week of February, all Books A Million calendars go on sale for $3. All of them. Anything with the date. Date books, journals, calendars, whatever size, they all go on sale for $3 the first week of February. And if, you know, depending on what's left, y'all know I use a lot of those for collage and stuff. So, but Kirby has a calendar out. So be on the lookout if y'all are a Kirby lover. He'll have a calendar. Okay. So this one's World Within Worlds. And here's how I show a wash. This is what it starts out like, just a wash of acrylic paint. And when I say a wash, I just mean watered down acrylic paint. The background, the black, is solid, no water. That's just solid black paint. But where you can see the line art through, that is watered down, just craft paint. Watered down craft paint. Okay. And so you put a wash of that. Then you can go on top of it with pencil and do the detail like I did here. Okay. So it goes from that to this with detail, with shading, color pencil shading, Posca paint pens. And you can put the white paint down and go over the white paint with your pencils. So, yeah. This one's not quite done. This one we did as a demo. We do a lot of demos here, and I don't really, I said I apologize for it, but I really don't, because I want to show as many techniques and stuff as possible. If I don't finish a page, it's okay with me. You know, if it's okay with me, it has to be okay with you. Hi, sister. Sister, you'll have to go back and watch my sewing machine thing at the beginning of the show. You have to go back and watch that later. So this one was all done with silver gel pen, all the lines. Well, it doesn't want to show, but it's all silver gel pen lines to do the little circus in there. And almost every completed page is on my Instagram. If it's not finished, it's not going to be on Instagram. But yeah, this is one of my favorite double page spreads. I love this page. And again, it's done with washes of acrylic paint and then a pencil on top. But I really like this one. If you have any questions, put it in caps. And I'm sure I'm missing some of y'all coming in. But anyway, this is one of my favorite pages. This was one of my mom's favorite pages too. I got mom into coloring. So Worlds Within Worlds, Fragile World. I don't think I've done too much in Fragile World. Did this one, little tree frogs. This one. And there's a video. I did almost all these on a video. So there's videos of all these. Were the clouds with baby wipes? Let me see. I don't want to promise you it was unless I look at it. Yes. Yeah. Baby wipe clouds. And probably a little bit of maybe some brush because it's small. This is a very small area. So I probably had to get in there with a brush as well, because a baby wipe doesn't really fit in some of these spaces, you know. Good catch, Tina. So then there's this one. And again, lots of little detail work with Poscas. Remember, I mean, I know I say it all the time, but a Posca pen, even though you put it on and it's bright white, you can paint, you can pencil, make sure it's dry, but you can pencil over it. That one's still in progress. My little axolotls. But there's a section that's further along. But this is how it starts out. A wash of acrylic paint. Then you pencil on top. These are all Kirby's books. Okay. And these are endangered, and he has a little paragraph about each of the endangered species. So then Mythomorphia. See how many I got. I got a little bit more done in this one. This is one of the first ones. So again, this is all with the baby wipe thing. You know, the clouds, the mist going right over the top of everything. But you got to be brave, because once you do that over the top, you know, look, you can do the puffs of smoke. There's a lot of things you can do with the baby wipes technique. But you have to be brave, because once you go over that like that, you can't, there's no wiping it off. Once you throw down that white paint on top of your coloring, which could be a lot of detail work, then you can't get rid of it, right? It's there. Let's see, who else am I missing? Hi, Kelly, Mini Hobby. So, but I love all these books. I'll never run out of things to color if I never bought another book the rest of my life. Here's the Kraken. Again, I kept this just to two colors, black, white, and the teal color and the magenta, and lots of detail in that. The little scales and everything. Again, painted black background for the sky. I love going through my old color books. I don't do it enough, you know. So again, this is where I was just showing how to do mist and clouds over the top of a color book page. This one I was showing how to do blue mountains with the sunset behind it. And then I did glitter in the snow there. A little bit of glitter on the mountains. So I love sharing ideas. Y'all know I'm all about the Society of Idea Collectors, all about sharing ideas, you know, showing y'all different ways to do things. Anything I know, I don't have any secrets. If I know how to do something, I'm sharing it. But you know, the thing is, you have to write things down. If you get some kind of inspiration, idea, something that occurs to you, keep you a notebook, or at least at the minimum, a post-it note next to you to write down ideas. How do I decide on the color? I don't really know how to say how I decide on colors, but I can tell you that I try to keep things, and I clarify it by saying, except maybe a flower garden or something where there's thousands of colors of flowers. But I try to keep like three main colors, and your pages will always be cohesive if you keep to three main colors. That doesn't mean you can't have some accent colors and everything, but if you notice all these pages I'm going through, they're not going to be 50 colors. No, they're not. Now watch me turn the page and it's a bunch of flowers. No, it's not. So this one, this one did have about 5 videos to it. I think 2 of them, or 1 or 2 of them, didn't upload for whatever reason, but there's like maybe 3 videos on this. And I just do not like doing continuations, especially now that I've moved from 3 days a week. I used to stream Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and now I only stream Monday and Wednesday. I don't like continuing from Monday to Wednesday to the next Monday to finish a page. I will start a page and do sections of it and try to finish sections of it so you know how to finish a section, and then I'll post the finished thing rather than showing you, because this probably took 12 hours. This maybe more. I don't even remember, but it took at least 4, maybe 5 videos to do this one. And I just don't like doing that anymore, where I'm just doing multiple, you know, the same project over and over on 2 or 3 different videos. I just don't like to do that. So I've just started doing, like, I'll finish main techniques to show you how the techniques work, and then I'll post the finished pages on Instagram so you can see them done. But I'm assuming you want to learn how to do the techniques. You know, you can just go on Instagram and see the finished thing. So this one did take a while. It's got silver and gold metallic on top of the base paint. So after everything was done, I did go in and put silver and gold on top. And then, of course, he didn't have bloody footprints, and he didn't have blood dripping. I put that myself. I added extra detail in the trees. I went around every single bat with silver, and every crow. And so anyway, but this was a big project. Hi, Zandra. I was talking about you earlier. So there's Scraps to Beauty by Zandra that I was at her show yesterday when we did I did another sample this morning, Zandra. Showed some more techniques with the baby wipe. I did this a little while ago. So thanks for stopping in. I'm just showing old ColorBook pages now, different one. Silver and gold. Well, you could use paint or gel pens. And I can't remember what I did. Probably the gold, I probably used some paint and gel pen. But you can get, let's see, I have one here. There's just different gold gel pens or silver, the Pentel ones, which, let me see. Do I have one handy? Yeah, the Pentel. No, that's not a Pentel one. But anyway, the Pentel brand, you can get a silver and a gold in a set. I get them at Hobby Lobby. You can get them, of course, Amazon. They're like $3 or something like that. And plus, a lot of Posca. And then after the Posca's dry, you can pencil over it and knock it back. But it still retains that brightness. Thank you, Tina. So if y'all have any questions, put it in caps. Yeah, Posca. Yeah, or Posca. Yeah. So, all right. So let's see. This one, I finished this dragon. Haven't finished this one. This one's supposed to be a water dragon and a fire dragon. And this one took some hours as well. And I did go a little heavy on the mist. I did mist a little heavy over this one. I probably, if I'd done this over, I would not put so much mist because it kind of detracts from the detail. But every one of these scales is done one by one. On the small snakes and on this large dragon, it's all done like one little scale at a time. This took some hours. And then after I was completely done, here you can see the scales more up there. After this was completely done, then I did the baby wipe technique and went right over the top of everything. Got to be kind of brave to do that. No, the colors don't bleed. Acrylic paint does not bleed through. This acrylic paint does not bleed through. Now, Copics will. Alcohol-based markers will bleed through. So and I do love using alcohol markers in my color book pages. It has to be on one of the books that are not double-sided, which I have some here. I'll show that here coming up. But this never bleeds through. Okay. And it can, if you add too much water, it can buckle the pages a little bit. But as you can see, look how that's pretty flat. Those are all pretty flat pages there. Because by the time you go over everything with pencil, it really flattens them out. And most of Kirby's books are pretty, I don't know, not 96 weight, but they're 60 weight maybe paper. So it's not like Create Space, which I have those too. I have what do you call it? Did I not bring them in here? No, I didn't bring them in here. Anyway, I do have some Create Space books too. Jane loved the cloud technique and is going to cry. Oh, okay. Yeah, I did say again that I was going to show it again. And not only, like I said, not only can you do clouds and mist, you can do waves, you can do water, you can do so many different things with it. So, but I was happy to do that little quick video for you, Zandra. So yeah, I just threw my phone up on one of those little stands. I have one of these right here to do quick videos with, these little clamp things. I don't use it for streaming or doing of course, I don't stream on my phone. I stream on a webcam. But if I want to stream on my phone, see, I can just clamp it in here, clamp it in there, and clamp it on the table. The problem with trying to stream with something like this, if you plan on streaming anybody, is that you want this clamp to be not on the table you're working on. Because if you're working on, now this table's pretty sturdy, but if you jiggle your table, it's going to jiggle your phone, and your video is going to jiggle. So if you do plan on using this with a phone and making videos, you really need the clamp to be on something other than the surface you're working on, unless it's very, very sturdy and doesn't jiggle at all. Otherwise, you're going to be jiggling your video. So I just clamped that on real quick, Zandra, and did that real quick. Thank you, Tina. So, yeah. And this one has hidden things in it. All these things are hidden throughout the book. So there's a lot of hidden things in here. So that's Mythomorphia. And then Mythic World. And I'm not even sure I pulled all of his books, guys. I just had these that happen to be in a stack together. So I just pulled these. I don't know if I've done anything in this one yet. But it's myths, right? It's all the different myths. Let me see if they have a list in the back or front. Yeah, here we go. So we have all the, like, Greece, the giants. You can see. So he's got different from Japan, East Asia, Iceland. So he has all the myths from all the different cultures. Italy, Japan, Philippines, Greenland, Russia, Canada, Madagascar, Australia, Turkey, Sweden. So he's got myths from all the different countries. Well, not all of them, but Mexico, Bangkok, Iceland, Europe, China. So you see, he's got tons of them. So this whole book is myths, which is very cool. And I really love this book. But again, look how detailed the pages are. I can't finish a page like this in a 4-hour stream, obviously. There's no way to finish a page like this in a 4-hour stream. And like I said, I don't like to continue them to the next every other day thing. So that's just some of Kirby's books and his sketchy stories sketchbook. Okay, so now let me show you. And I didn't pull all of Gary's books that I have, but I backed his campaigns on his Titan Mouse 1 and 2, and of course all the goodies that come with it. Oh, there's this patch. I probably should put this patch on my jacket. I love keeping all the accoutrements together when I back a campaign and you get bookmarks and flair or patches. But I also I think I got a patch or two from Doug's campaigns. I should put them on my jacket. I don't know. It's a dilemma. It's a dilemma because I love keeping all and I've got original drawings from Gary. But anyway, so I backed his 2 Titan 1 and 2. So these are his graphic novels. If y'all don't know Gary Shipman, he had to start over his YouTube channel. So y'all can go back Gary Shipman's channel so he can grow his channel back from scratch. And but it's amazing stories. I really like his storylines. And so you can see the detail in his graphic novels here. And just kind of flipping here. So I got 1 and 2. And so he made a color book. He made a color book out of, and I think I've only colored 1 page out of it. But is that one of his stickers there too? Oh, yeah, see? Oh, should this be a man card? Titan is a Titan man card. And hand-drawn sketch card and signed on the back. So, but I love keeping my stuff together here. I think I will put this over here in my pack of Gary stuff with the stickers. But anyway, so he made a color book, and he's so good about signing his books, giving you extra pages. I think one or both of, let's see, I have extra page. I think it might be in volume 2. Oh, another patch. A patch just fell out. See, look at all the stuff. Oh, I love all this. So maybe I'll put this one on. Maybe I'll put this one on my jacket. Although I like them both. So I've got all kinds of this is all the stuff that you get when you back Gary. So I think I will keep this one out because I showed y'all last week when he was promoting the first one. I actually painted it on a mural. I painted Titan Mouse on a mural in my, let me go over here on my photos. In my mural room. Thank you, Tina. There's Gary's. Let me see here. I don't think, it was just last week, so it can't be that far back. I ran next door and took a picture of my mural room to show Titan Mouse. Where is it? Why am I not seeing it? Where are you, Titan Mouse? But I painted it on my wall. Why am I not seeing it? Because I go that far back. Ah, here it is. Okay. So this is one wall in the room, the next room. This side has got the bed and one side mural. The mural goes all around. I started these murals back when Cameron was 2 or 3, and he started helping me paint all these murals. And a lot of these murals are from a book by James Christensen, who has since passed away. But what happened is in this room, this was my, Cam and Samantha. Well, Samantha wasn't born yet. And I said, pick one of my art books, Cameron, and let's paint murals all over this room. So he picked the James Christensen book. And so we tried to, as best we could. Now you have to remember, this right here is probably 6 feet tall, you can see the bed right there. So that's probably about 6 feet tall. And this room goes up to here and then goes into a barn shape. So that's just the edge of the room. And then it goes up, same as this room here. It goes up into a barn arch. But anyway, so, and then I have this owl. I have enjoy on the way to your destination, not just, on the way to your destination. Here's Barb's cat I painted on the wall. But anyway, here is a big owl that flies across the whole room. But then I painted this to help promote Gary's campaign. So I painted this giant Titan mouse. And he's hanging by a string here. And there's the logo. And I did a little chain hanging off there. So, yeah. So this is my mural room. Now, a lot of the murals are covered up with bookshelves now. Like, let me see here. All right. So this is the other side of the room. It's a mess. But a lot of the murals are covered up. Like there's a castle behind there. There's a bird, there's a banner, and there's stuff behind the bookcases that are covered up. But this is another one of James Christensen's murals. I mean, paintings that I did a mural of. And then let me just see if I can back this up. All right, so all this right here, this is all color books. Those are all color books there. And then my art books are over here. And of course, they're all over the floor too. But anyway, so this is my color book and art book, and then the rest of my books are downstairs. But yeah, but I wanted to show y'all the Titan mouse. So this is his color book that he made and signed it, of course. And so it's my point is, and it's also because it's single-sided. Because it's single-sided, you could use markers on this. Because as long as make sure you put something behind it, because it'll bleed through and it'll bleed onto this page. So if you use markers, especially on thinner paper, make sure you put some cardstock behind it so that it doesn't bleed onto this page. But because it's single-sided, you can use alcohol markers on this. So he turned his graphic novel into a color book. And some extra pages here, like so you can see he did extra pages. He did a lot of these on stream when he was promoting the book. But I know I have one colored in here. I know, right, Marsh? So I have a page colored in here. I just haven't got to it yet. This is a double page spread like this. So the backs of both of those pages are blank too. So you can color if you want with alcohol markers. There's the one I colored there. I think I just did it. Yeah, I did it with alcohol markers. See how it bleeds through? So you got to make sure and put something here so it doesn't bleed through onto here. But yeah. So there's the page that I colored in this book. And you can see I made him a little fuzzy on his little arms there. Hi there, Frank. How you doing? Look, Frank, I got Marsha's man cards in today. My 007, and he did me a Ken doll man card. I love that. Just the thought, that the cleverness of that, Marsh, was really good. So I got my man cards here from Marsh and my man cards here from Frank. So, we get two into the Barbies I can throw down. I can at least throw down Ken. Hi, Fernando. How you doing, Fernando? Doing well, thank you. Good to see you. You need to post something new, Fernando. I'm looking at your Instagram. You need something new, Fernando. Just saying. Hi, Darlene, Devin, Rex. Anybody else I missed? So yeah, so that's the one I colored in Gary's. But look at that. Isn't that awesome? I mean, just coloring this is so. So anyway, my point was, is any of you guys that do comic books, color books, options. And I think I'm going to put this patch on my jean jacket that I showed y'all earlier. and I am making Miss Barbie her own little. Well, I say jacket. It's a vest. It was a jacket with the sleeves cut off, so I made it into a vest. So anyway, there's Gary Shipman's books there. Okay, so let's put this back up on the shelf. So I did pull some color books to show you. Let's see. Let me go ahead and I will show you because we were talking about it earlier. Now I'm not gonna. I show this book all the time. These are my loose pages where I've cut things out of. How can I think of the name? I cannot think of his name. Let me pull because I write it on the back. Bennett Klein. Bennett Klein's books, and Bennett Klein produced all of his color book pages on Amazon. That used to be called Create Space Paper, which is like copy paper. It's like copy paper, Create Space Paper. And so I think I have all of Bennett Klein's books as well, which I think there's probably 15, 20, I'm not sure. And I'm just going to kind of flip through these quickly because I show these all the time. But these are Bennett Klein's here. And so this one is, I think, the only one that I actually made a copy of, and I copied it onto craft cardstock so I could do the whole thing in black and white. But otherwise, these are the original papers that they come on. This one was done by his daughter, May Klein. And then, so anyway, those are some of my Bennett Klein pages. Then I also did a whole bunch out of Doodlers Anonymous, and I did cut those out and put them in sleeves. And if any of y'all have never got the Doodlers Anonymous Epic Coloring Book, it came out 2015, and it has like 40 different artists, I think. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I have another copy of it. But it has like 40 different artists. So all of these are different artists. Okay. All of these are, yeah, Bennett Klein was those other ones. These ones right here. Yeah, Bennett Klein. Thank you, Devin. I couldn't think. I have so many color book people in my, right now. No, it's not hard to stand. You just do it. You're painting with a brush. You're painting with the brush, Marsh. And a lot of what I use with the acrylic paint are washes. They're washes for the background, and then you pencil detail over the top. Okay. So this is more for washes and backgrounds. Like the one I'm working in now. Where is the one I'm working in now? That I started last week. This one. So I washed over the whole background with green, and then just washed over the little antlers with brown. And then I'm going to go back in and do detail with pencil. Same thing for this. This is all just a wash of paint that I'm coming back in with pencil on top of it for the details and Posca. So, okay. So this is all out of Doodlers Anonymous. And again, like this right here, this wasn't in the book. I painted that in. I painted the water in. I painted this black background. I painted extras, right? I hope it's not too flashed out. Do I need to turn the brightness down, or are we good? Seems like the light's pretty good, so. Let's see. Yeah, I love the Doodlers Anonymous. And like I said, it's like 40 different artists that did all these different ones. So this one I turned into Fibs, Friends in the Box. So there's some of those. Then I have just some different practice ones for different, whether I was trying out some pan pastels, some different techniques, or different ones. And these are Linda Ravenscroft. See, I try to write on the back and the date that I did them. These were some sample pages. This was who was this one? Flowers and Gems, Grazia Salvo. Those two are Grazia Salvos. This was this is one of the Japanese people, I think is Japanese. Do I have it on the back? Moon Blossoms. Katrina Palin. These are Moon Blossoms. And there's glitter on those. You can't see it because it's in the sleeves. So there's a little bit of a glare on them. And then this one was this Moon Blossom too? Yeah, that was Moon Blossom too. And some are just random, like this one. These are just some random color book pages. I'm not even sure. I had this on the back. This was out of the Creative Haven Kimono color book. This one I did a collage and collaged her in. This was the Kimono color book. And then these are, what's her name again? Oh, see, I got so many people's names in my head right now. Jasmine Beckett Griffith. So these are, I have like 4 of Jasmine's books, but I do take them apart and put them in here. Some people go, oh, no, don't cut up the books. But I don't, I take them out and put them in this book. This is one of my favorite pages from Jasmine. I have a few favorite, but I really like the way her eyes turned out. Kind of manga eyes, So let's get the color back. There we go. So these are all out of different ones. Different ones of her book. Like, see, this was not, I painted all this here to make it look like water, painted the background to make it look like space. Children of the Corn, I did all this mist here with the baby wipe. So you kind of reline the art. Well, I kind of, some parts of it, Marsh, parts of it, like this, I added paint to make it look like a painting, right? So it just depends. I really like all that's painted in the back. That's acrylic paint. The water's acrylic paint, but this was already here, but I painted, just kind of painted around the stars there. This one, I added glitter. But this is all paint. I added the lightning. Added, of course, the glitter. I tried to make this look like velvet. Their clothes, I try to make them look like velvet. This one, at last, I don't know if still to this day, but this color book page had more views on my YouTube channel, like hundreds of thousands of views on this one. But this one was also the one that was ripped off by some Chinese company and made into a diamond painting. And so they took this and turned this into a diamond painting. I don't know if Jasmine ever. I did tell Jasmine about it, but I don't know if she ever did anything about it. But that one they turned into my color book page, not her art, but the art too, her line art, but also my painting. They turned that into a diamond painting a few years ago. This one, this did not have the word bully on there. I put that on there because it just seemed to fit. This was I think I did that with pan pastels. This one, there's no video for this one. I just did that one. This one, I think there's a video. And again, there's glitter on the cupcakes. And then she has glitter on her too. And I really like this one. She did not have braids in her hair. I gave her braids. So I gave her braids and glittery body. But this is all paint. So that's all paint. That's all paint. Changed the hair and gave her glitter. So I like doing all different nationalities and skin colors. And, I want everybody to, be included in coloring. So let's see. Some of this was Mom's. Mom did a page for me. A lot of this is just sample stuff, practice with, this was one of Tim Holtz. This wasn't a Tim Holtz something. I did, he did this in a color book. I think it was Tim Holtz. No, Somerset Studio. Somerset Studio put this, put out like 3 or 4 color books years ago, and this was in the Somerset studio, but I turned her into like an Egyptian princess. So I collage. This is collage. That's collage, and turned her into a princess. This one's Tim Holtz. This one they published in the ColorBook magazine. And then this is Tim Holtz there. So, and then some different dragons. And then over here are some different ones I did with pan pastels and pencil. Let's see who this is, so I can give credit to them. Oh, let me just take it out because I don't remember. So this one was Christine Karen. So that one's a Christine Karen. This one's a Christine Karen. And then these are Ikuko. I think it's Ikuko. Japanese color book pages. And these I did all with pan pastel and pencil. So, and I know I show these all the time, but these are some of my favorite pages. These right here, these 3 pages. So this is done with pan pastel and color pencil. Well, it's kind of hard to sue China, Tina. It's hard to sue China. Let's just put it that way. Tina says somebody should have sued them. But anyway, so that one's pan pastel and color pencil. And so is this one. That one's pan pastel and pencil. And acrylic paint in the background, obviously. But I really love these pages. So these are just some of the ones that I've taken out of books. Some different charts and a couple of other things in here. But yeah. Here's where we did some samples with some different mediums. But yeah, it's pretty full. Okay, then let's see these 2. Let me do this one first. Laura Rafferty. She did this color book, and she's a painter too. So I'm not sure what she's doing now. I've seen her around for a while. She kind of dropped off of YouTube and social media for a while. And I did send her a couple of pages out of this book that I colored and I tore them out of the book and sent them to her. But so I love her pages too. And I think they're back here toward the back, the ones I've done. So these are the ones still in the book, but I did take them out of the book. And so these are some of the pages in the book, and then here's some of the ones I did out of the book. Now this one is one that I think she sent me some extra copies on craft cardstock. So this was done on craft cardstock. Yes, even green people. Sister. I love you, sister. Yes. And yeah, and even my Barbies. I got Afro Sensible Sister's one of my Barbies. She's one of my Barbie girls. So yeah. Again, I think I did this one on Valentine's Day. Again, alcohol markers, one-sided, so you can use alcohol markers. And then this one. This one, I added a bunch of glitter to her. And here's a couple extras that she sent me on craft paper. So I might have to do a giveaway. It's the same on either side. So, but I've got a couple of, this is what I needed to do today. Talk like a pirate day. There's the wolf. All right, I'm going to give away these 3 today. So if y'all hang around, I'm going to do a giveaway with some of Laura's extra pages here. And then she has different little things on here on practice shading, you know, the different ears, eyes, nose, some other little tips. So again, she had this on Etsy for a while. And I don't know if she still does, but if you look up Laura Rafferty, this came out in 2018, but you can look up and see if she still has any for sale. So yeah, circle portraits. This is some extras that she sent me herself. So you're not going to probably get this in your pack, but okay. Trying to keep my stacks neat here. All right, then we have Nick Filbert. This is his real name right here, but he goes by Nick, N-I-C-K, Filbert on Instagram and everywhere. And I think he's also a tattoo artist, and it's very hard to get Serene anymore. I happen to have an extra copy of this, but all the pages for Serene are not in here. Cameron's taken some. I don't have all the pages for this book in this one. I have a complete another book of this, but Serene is real hard to find, and it is expensive, and it's a different odd size. He's out of where is he from here? Somewhere in Indonesia. Yeah, he's in Indonesia, and it's an odd size printout, but it is on cardstock. But if you find one, you know, you should probably get it if you like them. But you color that Ben Klein Cat Garden Gnome page you sent me. Oh, well, you have some owls coming, Devin. Hi, Mark. Who else am I missing? I'm sure I'm missing people coming in, guys. I'm just going through ColorBook pages today. We'll see what else happened, because I went through I went through a sewing machine. I'll put in the description here, Happy Mail and ColorBook flip, or I'll put that in the title. Me, a sewing machine, and a ColorBook flip, or something like that, so you can find it again. So let me get a sip of my Malibu. Finally, let me take a picture real quick. She finally decided to get off the table here and move down onto the floor. See, I made her a little bed. This is her right now. She's right down there on the floor. I made her a little bed. She brings me this little fish, and she brings it to Hupster too. She brings us this little fish all the time. So she's sleeping down there. Okay, so Serene, Nick Filbert is what you'll want to look for. But there's his real name if you want to attempt it. So I'll show you some of these. This one we did not too long ago. And there's a video for this. There is a video for this. Some of them are further along than others, but I'll flip through all the ones that I have here. Again, very fun, detailed, and he has on the back the different myths and Indonesian storytelling type, you know, whatever the meaning of them are. There's a signature. But they're so very detailed, and they take a long time. They take a long time to color, just saying. But because they're one-sided, you can use alcohol markers, which I do. Oh, I'm so tempted. I'm pulling this one. I might want to work on her. If we have time, I think I might go ahead and start on her. Alcohol markers. Although I love this one too. I love them all. Test page. Here's one we've got started. Alcohol markers, you can see. Alcohol markers and pencil. Hi, how do you, Sarah? And who else am I missing? Hi, Lena. This one I'm not done. I got to do all the wings, but you can see where I have finished her. The cemetery angel. So you can see this is a wash of just acrylic, watered down acrylic paint. You want to water it down enough so you still see the line art. and then you can go in and shade on top of it. Again, this is one that's just in one, monochromatic. This is one of the little, I did this as a Christmas elf one year. This one I added glitter to. A little bit of alcohol marker. This is one of my favorite ones, alcohol marker. So you just turn it over and you can tell what you used. But I really like her. I gave her freckles and really bright green eyes and orange hair, and then just kept this very two-toned. This one, I like her. I do not like the flowers. The flowers, I think I got in a rush. I wanted to finish. They're too flat. They're too much the same. I don't like the flowers, but I like her very pale skin and blue lips, eyes, and hair. This one's halfway, almost done. Some of the flowers are still not done, but I added gold. Added gold in this one. There we go. You can see. I added gold. But I really like her. God, the lighting is so good today. It's amazing how some days it's so nice. How do you keep the glitter from going? I use liquid glitter. I use the kind of glitter that are in little tubes like this. Stickles is the brand. This one's not one. This is liquid pearls that I used on my little Barbie vest that I'm working on here. But they come in little jars like this, and they're liquid, and then you color it on, and you have to let it dry. Like I let it dry overnight. Yeah, Stickles is the brand. Thank you, Tina. So it's not, I do not like, and I do not own, well, I can't say, I probably have some around here somewhere. I do not like glitter. I don't want it around me. I don't want it in my eyes. I don't like glitter. So, but the gold, and then that's gold paint for the gold on there. Same for this one. It's got a lot of gold. See all the shiny gold? But you can't really pencil over gold very well. You can hard pressure some over gold, but then you're defeating the purpose of the gold because you get rid of the shine when you do that. So anytime you add gold, you want to make sure that that's it. You don't want to put anything on top of it. So there's that one. This is my golden goddess. I finished, I just haven't done the headdress and the neck piece there, but she's got gold all in her too. And I painted her to look golden, like gold. This one, I really like her. And again, look at the colors. There's 3 colors, 3 main colors. All these you can look at. There's not 20 colors. And that will keep it cohesive if you want a cohesive page. And that's got gold in it too. This one's still in progress. This one, I just got too carried away. I got too carried away with trying to do too much in the seaweed, but it's okay. There's gold in her too. It's not my favorite. This one is one of my favorites. She's almost done. Again with the gold. But I just like the whole vibe of this one. I like. And then there's another blank page in there. So, and there's probably about 10 more pages that I've given away to probably Cameron. And so they're not, this is not the full set of pages. I do have a brand new one of these with the full set. But I think I might, we'll see. I might work on her today. All right, then I have this little portfolio here, and I'm going to give away these today from Laura Rafferty's. I'm going to give away these today. So this one has some of my oversized pages in it, and this is just one of those, what do you call it? One of these faux ledger books that I think 7 Gypsies came out with. I really should use this for something else than just storing these pages in here. As a matter of fact, I think I'll take all the pages out of here. I'm going to take all the pages out of here and find another place to store these and do something with this. Because it's kind of a waste. I didn't really buy this to be I didn't buy this to be a portfolio for extra color book pages. I think I wanted to do some writing in this. That's a real nice ledger thing, but I wasn't using it because I put all these color book pages in it. But that's about to change. Took that out. Okay, so I'm dropping some leaves. I did a bunch of these little mini leaves here that are on one of these pages in here that I didn't finish. So to show you that you can also take your color book pages and reuse them, repurpose them, collage on them. So yeah, I'm not sure what that is. Okay, so here we go. So this is one of do I have her book right here? She's the Russian artist. Somebody might know her name right off the bat. I didn't bring her book in here because I pulled out all the pages out of her book, but these are pages, not this one. These are pages out of her different. She's got a couple different books, and this is one of them that I added gold. I gave her tears. She's holding a baby dragon, and I made her cry. So, but they're oversized pages. Let's see what else here. Just got some different ones. This is somebody else. That's I think that's Mario Labudek. That's a Mario Labudek. This one is a Mariola. Did a dragon here. Oh, here's where I started, and I just wanted to show the technique. So I have a painted page here, just a piece of a paint on the background. Let me move all this up. And we colored both of these out of a book. Might be Mariola's as well. And then what I did is I separated the pages. See, it was like this, right? I cut it apart, and then I made all these leaves to kind of put in between. So neater and better than I'm doing here. But I just going to throw them on here to show you how the idea was. It's like she's kind of peeking out of the leaves, and the cat is right there. So something like that, so that you can make a collage out of it. So yeah, these are some different pages, but this keeps dropping off. I really just need to finish that, but you know. These are pages out of Christine Karen's grayscale. And again, these are on Create Space, which i.e. copy paper. But I think I did pretty good with them on copy paper. So, yeah. These are her grayscale pages. This one. This one. Hi, Angel. Who else am I missing? Hi, CB. I'm sure I'm missing people. I just see a lot of good mornings. If you have a question, put it in caps. I'll try to catch it. So again, these are Christine Karen's grayscale pages, and done with alcohol markers. Her eyes turned out really good. I really like the way her eyes turned out. What else do I have here? This one was a Christine Karen. Painted this one. A lot of paint on this one. And here is, this is Jasmine Beckett's Griffith's Alice in Wonderland. So she's out. This needs to, see, some of these need to go in that binder. Like this one, need to go in that binder. What's this? This one is, I can't forget, Magic. Her name's something Magic. And she's completely tattooed in real life. The artist that does this, is anybody can remember her name? That's one. Glorious Ink. These both are Glorious Ink. And Glorious Ink, let me see if I can find her on Instagram. I Thank you, Cat and Paste. But you got some inspiration yourself, girl. Not gonna say that you don't. Glorious Ink is her name. Mystic Mirrors, and she's got two. She's got two channels. One, Mystic Art Mirrors, and this shows all her color book work stuff. And then her other channel is Miss Christian Glorious Ink, and she is like, all right, let me see, let me find one that's okay. She is completely tatted up. I mean, I'm just saying, she's got her artwork all over her body. And I know people go, oh my gosh, but to each their own. You just go over there and look at her. You can see her. It's Christian Glorious Ink is her tat channel. And then her Mystic Art Mirrors is her color book art. Okay. Sip of water. Yes, Cat Base. So these are two of hers now. I gave her silver hair, so I turned Little Red Riding Hood kind of, gory. I turned her into that. And then I turned this girl into a mermaid. I gave her mermaid scales. She didn't have mermaid scales. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, here's the girl, Anastasia Ellie Cordova. That's the one that I was showing earlier here, this one. They're oversized. She's since now does smaller color books. But this was the Dragon's Tales, and I do have a bookmark in here somewhere. There's here. So I've cut a slit in this to put a bookmark in there. I haven't colored the bookmark, but there's the book. I hope y'all are finding this interesting. Here's one of her. This is the same. This is Anastasia's mermaid book. Again, these were like 12 by or 13 by 13. They're huge pages. And she since does smaller pages now. Let's see. This one, I'm not sure if that's Christine Karen, but I cut her out and collage drawn to a background and did a big collage scene, glitter, and so she's alcohol inked, I think, but then I cut her out and put her on the in a collage. So these are like big oversized pieces, and there's a few more here, but I just wanted to show y'all some different sizes and what you can do with cut your own leaves and what. So let's put this. I'm going to put some of these in the binder, and then so that I'm not just using this as a storage, because I think I can do something with this. I mean, I know I can, but it's a huge just blank ledger. And again, it was made by, I think, 7 Gypsies. Do I have it in the back? Let's see. I think 7 Gypsies put that out a few years ago. Oh, thank you, Tina. Tina's putting in links, guys. All right, so let's move those off. And then next, I have these two that are Momo Girl. They're Korean, and one is a poem. One is, and I think I have it written down. Girl with Music. That's what this translates to. Girl with Music, and it's got poems in it, and it translates it's girl with music. And then this one is, do I have it in here? I don't have, but I think we just called this one Momo Girl. But you can find Momo Girl on Instagram. Yeah, they are, and they weren't as expensive back then. They were expensive. These were gifted to me by Melody, who's in Malaysia, but they were not cheap then, but now they're, because probably because I don't know if they're out of print, but let me show you the pages I've got done in these. This was the first one. So it's a couple sample pages in the beginning. So if you don't know what you want to color, you got some samples here. And then here's, again, I did these with, this is done with, I believe, pan pastel. Yeah, pan pastel and color pencil. Trying to make sure I don't miss anything. Create Space. It's Create Space. Mini Hobby Kelly. It's Amazon pay. It's Amazon. When you publish through Amazon, they used to call it Create Space paper, which is like copy paper. Okay. Now they call it something else. It's like print on demand, KLP something, but it's still thin paper. It's thin paper. A lot of people like Tina do not like to work on that thin paper. It's like working on copy paper. It is. So, but if you buy the book and you want thicker paper, then just make you a copy of that page on cardstock. If you love the images. You haven't colored in these yet, Tina? Do you put a, no, I do not seal. Oh, now pastel. I'm sorry, Xandra. I just saw the word pastel. Pastel, if I use pan pastel, I do mix them with a sealer. And I show that. Just plain coloring pen, just color pencil, I do not seal. But with pan pastel, which is the only pastel I use, you do have to fixative it. And this is what I use. The Grumbacher Final Fixative. Make sure you get matte. The gloss looks exactly like this, except says gloss. You do not want gloss. Okay, so this is what I use over my pan pastels. Okay, so let me go through here. What cardstock do you like? I don't have any brands. Any cardstock, Office Supply, Office Depot, Office Max, whatever you have, Staples, cardstock, 90 to 110 weight, 90 or 110. Okay, so again, it's all in Korean, so here's what I did. And again, pan pastels. This side's not done. This is what it will look like. See these flowers here? That's finished. These are not finished. So this is pan pastel base, and then I spray it, and then I go in with either color pencil and Posca. So same thing for those hairs across your face. Those were not there. I put those in. But we did look up the poem one year. Pan pastel again to translate it all. I really like her as well. Poppy Girl, and I really like her, and I tried to paint this with the background with a solid lime, like a metallic lime, and I didn't like it, but it is what it is. I should have just used regular paint, not that metallic-y lime color. But anyway, poppies. And I have a lot of these different Asian color books, a lot of them from Miss Melody. And I've got 1 or 2 pages. I just love all of them. But, I don't just, you don't have time to paint everything, color everything. Hi, Connie. Good to see you. Thank you. So I really like her as well. They're just beautiful. And I mean, I've got some stunning books like these. I didn't bring them all in here this round, but if I run out, I'll go get some more. I'll go get some more in the other room. Y'all saw my stacks. So that one, and then this one is translated to Girl with Music, I think is what we interpreted it at one point. There's the cover. This is the dust jacket. I do not seal my color pencils, Therese. I don't spray my pencils, just pan pastels. Okay, so let's see here. There's the sample pages in there. Let me get over to where I've colored a couple in this book too. But it's just a stunning art. And color books are still very popular, but they're not as popular. Like you don't see like stacked out stacks of them in bookstores anymore. They still have maybe a shelf, but there for a while before the virus, you could go into the bookstore and you would walk in and there'd just be a whole sea of color books, The other one, if someone wants to help me out, what's the Etsy shop? Something 70 East. Is it 70 East? She's got two Etsy and YouTube channels. I think it's called 70 East. And I think she started, it's overseas, but I think she started sending them out again from overseas. A lot of these really pretty Asian color books. So you can find them again. That started coming, they're starting to be put out again into the world. But, there for a while, there were so many color books on the bookshelves at bookstores. And I got a bunch of cards and freebies and stuff in here because Melody had her sign and send that to me too. So there's those. Then there's just I just pulled some random ones, and like Mardell Rubio, I probably have 2 or 3 different books. I think there was a couple of these in my binder. But some books come like with a spiral, and here's a starter one, and I might have I've already cut pages out of this one and put them in the binder. But so you can just see a different kind of book that has spirals. And this Mardell Rubio, you can find a lot of, I think it's a her, could be a him, on Amazon. You can find a lot of these on Amazon. This is an older one too, and someone said that this is hard to find now. Zimia Snova Tomislav Tomic's book. And I think somebody said this is hard to find now, but this one, I have a couple pages in here that I spent many hours on. So I started just coloring the intro here. This is like a fold out on the flap here. And Poland, I think. Zimiew Snowov is out of Poland, but it's a whole story. It's a fairy tale, and you go through and you got the whole story here. You can only find this one, that one. Okay, Tina said, and then this one is Zimia Snova. And I don't remember what it translated on, but Tina said that his other book is you can only find that one. So I don't know. I don't even know if I can tell you what year this came out in. 2016. 2016. So, and he's also published in some random, European, like the magazine type thing. Some of his stuff has been in that. But again, this is so detailed, so tiny. But your eyes, you get, my eyes aren't the best, but here's where I was started doing the two color dragons. What did Devin say? I missed something Devin said. So it's a miss. But it's a whole fairy tale, right? It's a whole fairy tale, and there's so this is half finished, and I got this next one. All right, so this one has got the base on it. This is just base painted, but here's one that's complete, and this took me many, many hours. I'm just saying. So there's the little princess there. All that's hand done, one leaf at a time. This took me a long time to color. So that one was this one was a time consumer. I think that's all I got in this one, but just to show you some different ones. And then, of course, I have a whole bunch of Clara Markova books. And what's the other girl's name that does these type of fairy books? I've got tons of those. I only pulled 2. I could have pulled 10, but I only pulled 2 because I think these probably have the most that I've colored in. But Clara Markova's Tenderful Enchantments and Fairy Celebrations. These are like, if you had young girls, well, girls or boys, but if you had young kids that you wanted to color a whole book for and leave it as a heritage, these books would be the ones I would pick if you wanted to color and give them a whole fairy tale. The Clara Markova books are just stunning fairy tale books. Okay, so Tenderful Enchantments. Here's my first page that I did in this one. And I was trying to do, in a book like this, if you want to do a fairy tale book, like the whole book is one world, then, you could go through the whole book and color all the mushrooms, okay, and have them all the same kind of color. Then you could go through the whole book and color all the little fairies the same hair color, if it's the same one. You know what I'm saying? You can make it like a children's book, and you could go through the whole book and just do one item at a time. And then just so you don't get too bored just doing one page at a time, you could go through the whole book and color all the mushrooms, pink and green, and cat and paste. Or you could go through the whole book and color, just a little girl, or whatever. Yeah, my mom has both of these, and I bought them for Mother's Day, birthdays, because Mom loved these books too. And I still have her copies. She had a lot of color books at her house when we cleaned out her house. I only took the ones that had her coloring in them. I left the rest for other relatives and other family members that might want just the blank color books. Because when we went to San Antonio, we had like a day and a half to clean out Mom's house. Now, my sister lives in San Antonio, so she did a lot too. But I could only take whatever I could fit in the back of the Blazer. So that's it. So anything of Mom's, I had to fit in the back of the Blazer, and that's all I took. So I only took color books that she had actually colored in. I didn't take her the blank ones, the empty ones. And she had quite the stack of color books herself. You could do whatever, it would be better to make small page count color books so that they're easy to complete. But we just like coloring at least this big. If you have too small, I mean, it's fine too, but I think most people like the idea of a book size book when you're coloring. Now you could do thinner, like the ones I showed earlier, Bennett Klein's. And did I bring them in here? I brought in Kirby's. I didn't bring in. I'll get a couple of Bennett Klein's when I go get another stack. But you can do thinner ones with maybe 20 pages instead of 50 pages, and just have a soft cover. We all like those too, but there's a lot of detail is small enough as it is, that if you shrunk this down even smaller, you're going to be coloring with your fine liner pens. You're going to be coloring with fine liner pens like this, because that's all the detail you're going to be able to color. And most of us like coloring with color pencils and or Copic markers, depending. You can't color Copics in this because it's double-sided. Well, you could, but it's got images on the back. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But you don't want it so small that you have to color with micro pens. Some of them are small enough as it is in full page books. So what I like, one of the things that I mentioned about this book, if you wanted to complete the whole book, and the backside has lines. To me, this would be perfect for you to write your own story. So you could, if you were going to make it for one of your kids, you could write the story here to go along with the color book page, because every page has the blanks like this. They're all different, but they have lines here where you could write a story. Please show Julia Crane. Okay. Most of my Julia Crane, let me make a note real quick, they're cut out. I'll show the Julia Crane books but there's really nothing in them because I use those in my napkin journal. But let me write that down, sister. Juliet Crane. I'll make a note to do that. Juliet Crane books, because they're cute too. But I cut those up. The Juliet Crane books, I completely cut up and put them in a napkin journal. But I'll show that in a minute. Okay. I wrote it down, sister. So, but you could write your own little stories with these. So again, I added glitter on some of them. And, but these are just the cutest books for fairy tale books. Yeah, I haven't even looked for Clara's new book yet, Sarah. I know, who's the other one? There's another girl that does books like this. I didn't bring one in here. I can go, when I go back in there, look for her. But there's another girl that does books similar to this. I'm not thinking of her name right now. One of y'all will know. But they're just like this kind of thing. And these are on cream color paper. Can y'all see that's a little off-white paper? It's a little cream color. So, so you could color, I mean, you could write a story, right, for each one. So I'm going to do a flip. Marie Troll. Thank you, Sarah. But they're just so cute, aren't they? These are, and these are so fun to color, guys. When I say guys, I don't mean you. I just mean, I call everybody guys. All of you here are guys. So I don't mean any, don't see any Claire Markova books on Amazon right now. Wonder if they're sold. I don't know. I don't know where I got them or when, it's so long ago. This one. Okay, so the other thing about the books is in the back, Clara Markova has these different little flaps that you cut out. You cut these out and they fit on certain pages in the book. This is one of those. Okay. So you cut a little slit and you put it through, and I just put a piece of tape there. So you have little doors, right? So this one is in process. Tina. There's another one. These are so fun to color because they're not too tiny, right? They're not super, super tiny. So you can color them in a good amount of time. Plus, they're just so cute, Mom loved these books. I have Mom's books that she colored in. There's this one. And again, I put some glitter on his bike. And there's the bat and the pumpkins. And the same thing for this one. It had things for you to cut out in the back. And there's another one too. I don't even know if this is the one that I have something cut out with the tree with the bird houses. I'm not sure if this is the one. There's one that I have with the bird houses. Yeah, this isn't it. I have another one of her books where I have the bird houses cut out. So there's that Clara Markova. Again, I only pulled one or two of the books. You know, I probably have these and the I forget her name already that somebody said 10 of those. All right, so let's see. I think I finished this stack. All right, let me go. When I come back before we do the another stack, we'll do a giveaway. So everybody here can. I'm going to give away these that from coloring circle portraits. Laura Rafferty. When I bought her book from her off of Etsy, I think it was off of Etsy. Anyway, when I got her book, she sent me these that don't come with the book. At least, you know, not. I don't even know if she still has this book out anymore. But I'm going to give these away. So let me go run back in there. We'll do that, and I might start this one out of Serene, but I have to make some room. So I'm going to make 2 trips back to stack these up. Give me a minute. Make a couple trips because I have no place to put more in here. Let me take the binder. Hannah Carlson was the other one. Hannah Carlson, I'll just stop real quick. This is another Clara Markova, but Hannah Carlson was the other color book artist that I was trying to remember that has books like these out. But let me just show you this one real quick because this is the one I wanted to show you. See how they have the cutouts in the back? Okay. Okay, thank you, Sarah. Sarah said that Circle Portraits is out of print. Okay. Then y'all are going to like getting one of those. So this is one of the other ones. Here's the one I wanted to show y'all. So she has the back here where you cut things out. So this is where I made the little, color the little doors here. So I really love this page. And the little doors. But this was the other one that I wanted to show. Little mouse. Okay, so now let me go put this back. Hang on. I'm gonna grab a couple more books. I got just a little bit more. I'll show these and then maybe just start on that serene. So, but before we do that, we'll go ahead and do the giveaway and catch my breath. Okay. So again, these are the artwork from Laura Rafferty, and these are the extra pages that she sent in this book that are printed on craft cardstock. It's the same picture on both sides. So if you want to do if you want to use markers or anything, you can go through. It's just the same picture on either side. Okay, so we're going to do, well, wait a minute. Let's pull one more. I've already colored this one. So, I'm not going to give away the one I've colored. Let's, because I was going to do 2 US and 2 international. But I want to keep the pirate. I think I colored this one for her, for Laura. Let me see if I got another one in here. I may not have another. I'm going to have to take one out of the book. Okay, I think I've colored her too. This one's kind of wrinkled. These are too big. Let's see. I was going to try to do 2 US and 2. Well, I'll just go ahead and give the pirate. I'll do the pirate. That's okay. I'm not going to do it like talk like a pirate day to day because I already did my Barbie. So I want to do, because I want to do 2 US, two different people US, 2 different people UK, international, Canada, and, whatever. All right. And then I got to pull out the Juliet Crane book. I got that note. Okay. So here's how it works. Don't anybody put in a number yet. And please pay attention. Please pay attention. Are y'all listening? Make sure you have live chat clicked at the top of the video. In the chat window, make sure you have live chat. I'm going to go here and get my random.org. Okay. We're going to do international first. So I'm going to write it here so y'all see it, because it seems like this people forget what I said. International. Okay. I'm going to do the first 2 people closest. Don't put in a number until I type in go. When I type in go, put in a number between 1 and 100. One number only. Do not change your number. One number only. Do not change your number. First 2 people closest will get these. Okay. The first person closest, I'll let them pick. Okay. They can either pick the girl with the crystals or the pirate. Okay. Don't do anything till I type in go. One number only. International only. Okay. International only. And then we'll do US. Okay. All right. Hang on. I know. Herding cats, people. Herding cats. Okay. International only. There you go. One number only. First person closest without going over. And I got random.org at the ready. So we'll pick a number and the first 2 people closest without going over. Okay? Take a minute. Nice. I brought a couple more color books in here to show, and then we will, I'll start coloring this one. I'll start coloring it with some alcohol markers. We will not finish it, obviously. Okay. So, all right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Oh, thank you, Jane, for my bracelet. I showed it earlier. Jane, I just saw Jane in here. Thank you, Jane. I love it. You have to tell me if you know what some of the beads are. But thank you so much for that, Jane. 3, 2, 1. Don't dilly-dally, dawdle, or lollygag. Last call and stop. Okay, here we go. First 2 people closest to 22 without going over. 22. Okay. And of course, if everybody goes over, we just, I select another number. But we want 22. First two people closest to 22 without going over. Lena has 18. Astrid has 5. Okay, I see 18 and 5. Was anybody closer than, I think Miss Lena had 18 and Astrid had 5. Am I right? Lena and Astrid? Okay, so Lena, which one do you want? You get to pick first. Do you want the girl with the crystals or do you want the pirate, Lena? Which one? Hi, Almaris. Lena, you get to pick first. And Astrid, I don't know that I have your address. Here is my email, Astrid. So Astrid, send me your address. Hey, did Lena answer the crystal? Okay, so Lena wants this one. Okay, so Astrid, you get this one. I need your address though, Astrid, okay? I still have someone's ColorBook page sitting over here from last week that I never got their address. So, it's going to go up for somebody else soon. So Lena and Astrid. Okay. And again, they're double-sided, but it's exact same thing on both sides. All right. Now we are going to do US only. Okay. It's going to be the same thing. Don't put in a number yet. Okay. USA only. Same thing. One number between 1 and 100. Wait till I type in go. First two people, and the first one closest will get to pick, and then the second person will get the one that's not picked. Okay. Okay, so wait till I type in go. Okay. All right, one number only, between 1 and 100, USA only. Give y'all a minute. Let me bring up my random.org. We're going to pick a new number. And while y'all are doing that, let me find my Juliet Crane books that are back here somewhere. Here we go. And my napkin journal. And I think Juliet Crane has another book out too, or maybe 2. I've got 2 of Juliet Crane's. I'll show those in a minute. So this is what we're doing the giveaway from this book, or this artist. These pages are not in this book. These are just extras that she sent me. Okay. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get it in. Last call and stop. Okay. First two people closest to 47. 47 without going over. 47 without going over. All right, let me scroll back and see if I can do it. Y'all can help pick as well. Y'all can go look. 47 without going over. I'm first looking for anything in the 4. Okay, let's see. Missy has 44. Icy has 43. Let's see. So Missy had 44. Icy has 43. Did anybody else get any closer? 48. Christine went over. So I think that's it. I think it's Missy Johnson had 44 and Icy had 43. That's supposed to be a 3. I think those are the 2. Okay, so Missy, you get to pick first. Which one do you want, Missy? Missy, which one do you want? And I'm pretty sure I have your address, Missy, but I wouldn't mind if you send it to me again. And I see you as well. Y'all send me your addresses again. Okay, so Missy, which one do you want? Did I miss it? Did she say? No, she hadn't said yet. Okay. You get to pick first, Missy. Do you want the warrior girl with the wolf? Well, it's kind of steampunk. I think she's steampunk because look at the goggles on the wolf. Or do you want this one? Well, it's not. I don't. Is it a guy? No, it's not a guy. It's a girl. It's just that you can't tell because look, there's her blouse. See her blouse, and the corset's just kind of up underneath of her. You still want this one, Missy? And icy, then you'll get this one. Okay. All righty. We good? Everybody good? Hi, Terry Lynn. So anybody else? You still want the warrior wolf? Okay, so there's the warrior wolf. And then I see you get this one. So both of y'all email me your addresses again, please. My email address is always in the description box, as is my PO box. So if y'all ever need my email address, it's always there. But if it makes it a lot easier for me if y'all will just send me your addresses. So those will go out this week. All right, let me show y'all now. These are the Juliet Crane books that I have that I cut up. So, but they're very fun and I like to cut them up. And I did pull out my old napkin journal to show you how I use these pages out of Juliet Crane. And I think, like I said, I think she has another one or two out as well. But they're big images like this, really big images. And then this is her whimsical animals. And I got a couple napkins sitting in there waiting to go into the napkin journal. So, but you can get these on Amazon as well. Juliet Crane. How I use these books is with, and I haven't done any for a while, but I use them with the decorative napkins. So what I'll do is, let me come in. I don't want to show every page again because we've done this book a lot too. So I use the decorative napkins in the background and I glue them down with golden matte medium. And then I use Juliet Crane, and I think this is out of a different book. And I cut them, I color them and cut them out and glue them. Do not try to glue them down and then color because this is napkins. It's texture. If you try to color over the images when they're glued on a napkin, you're going to pick up texture, right? So you want to color and cut them out. And then I just paint in all the tree branches. All right. And I add the paint. Okay. But the backgrounds, this is not Juliet Crane, but it's napkins. Again, different napkins are glued down the back, color book page, cut out and put into the scene. This is what it looks like before there's anything on it, just the napkin glued down. Here's some Juliet Crane creatures here. And so again, it's all painted in. Here's the napkin back here. And then these are the Juliet Crane creatures, right? And girls. So let me just pick a couple pages here because that are Juliet Crane maybe here. Here's another one. Again, these are napkins in the back. Then I color and cut out and glue down the images. And then all the rest is paint. So just paint it in. Okay. Another Juliet Crane one. Napkins, paint, Juliet Crane. These are Jane Davenport's girls off of her decorative napkins that she sold. I think she sold them in a collage pack, but they're napkins. So I did these like space goddesses with hers all painted in. Let's see. Do I have another Juliet Crane? This is just from a different color book, but these are napkins. And I don't remember this one. Juliet Crane. Chicken napkins. So it sounds like they're sticking, but they're really not sticking together. It's just the texture of napkins, you know, when this sits on the bookshelf for a while. So, and there's another Juliet Crane images. So that's what these are from. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Then a couple other books. So I was talking about Bennett Klein earlier. Now, again, I take the Bennett Klein pages that you've seen in my binder. They're out of these books. But these are the Bennett Klein sketchbooks. And he did, I think he's done 25 different sketchbooks. And so I'll do a little flip through, but there's no colored pages in here because I take them out. But this is all on what we call the Create Space paper, i.e. copy paper. It is copy paper thin. It's Amazon produced. Okay, Amazon prints them, and which I don't mind, you know, it being on thin paper, but a lot of people do not like the thin paper. I think you can still get a couple of these, but he hasn't made any of these in a while. And let me see the first one. Here's the second one. Let me see if I can find a year for you. (2016). So sometime in 2015, 16 is when he started doing these books. And there's tons of them. They are, I think most of them are one-sided, so you could do markers with them, right? But Suzanne sent me this one. If somebody sends them to me, I try to put their name in it. Most of them I just got off of Amazon myself. Okay. And there's just tons of different images. But I just want to do a little bit of a flip through. And a lot of his, I think most of his are on, hi Mary, are on, Mary, you'll have to go back and see my new sewing machine at the very beginning of the video. Watch it later, okay? He does a light grayscale so that the line art's not very, you know, like black, where, you know, you're fighting the line art. So his grayscale is easy to color over. This one has a little heavier outline on the main image, but not all of them. But there's just such different. Here we go. Here's his man card. Here's Bennett Klein's man card. Bam! Let's see. Oh, that's all right, Jana. Are you going to be able to stream? I'm going to make it just not to stream today because Janet is not streaming today at 1. She has company this week, guys, so I don't blame her. But okay. So just FYI, Janet is not streaming at 1 today. Okay. Thanks, Janet. And I hope you're having a good time, though. You'll have to call me and let me know when you have time, I mean. Hi, Jeff. Who else am I missing? So, yeah, there's Bennett Klein's man card. So he's another tattoo artist guy. But, and then this one was Treedom, all about different trees. Epic. I don't even remember what's in all of them. But this one has... they're all different. They're all odd. They're all combining things together. That's the kind of thing I like. You know, I like mixing it up. Unearthed. Wild. And again, all the pages that I've colored, except you'll see that I flipped through, and you'll see a little bit of coloring on a couple pages. Those were samples that I was, you know, just doing samples for you guys. All the finished color books out of these books are in that binder I showed earlier. Dark. These all have black backgrounds already done for you. So the backgrounds are all already black. And this is these two are May's books, and she did May Della's. That's his daughter. So these are May's books where she's done like Mandela type art. Okay, characters. Dragons. There's one I kind of started there. This is the one where I made a copy of the this one right here and did it in black and white on the craft color paper. So those are Bennett Klein. I can't say how many are still in print on Amazon, but that's where he was selling them. You know, he did have some PDFs at one time, but it's been years, guys. It's been years since I've seen him do, you know, anything. All right, so a couple other books I picked out here. Mouse Guard. And David Peterson has books out on Mouse Guard, but these are some of the ones that I've colored in the book here. So just to show y'all some different kind of, there's a whole story with Mouse Guard, but just so you can see a different kind of look and a different kind of book. So there's an owl there. Okay, so that's Mouse Guard. Then let's see. We have, I got a couple of these, and I know I'm not going to pronounce this, Minuet de Bonheur. I know everybody makes fun of me when I say it, but these are in Rhapsody in the Forest, and these are Asian color books. Again, okay, that was translated Days of Happiness. I try to write it down and figure it out. So this is Days of Happiness. And so anyway, these were some of my mom's favorite books too. She loved Beatrix Potter. And I do have mom's Beatrix Potter collection now. Here's two of her little figurines, and I bought them all for her over the years, over 20, 25 years. Hallmark used to sell them. Some of them she actually got in England she went to a Beatrix Potter's house in England, and she loved Beatrix Potter. So I gave her these every birthday, Mother's Day, Christmas. So she had quite the collection. I just have two of them sitting here in my room, but she has like a full collection of Beatrix Potter figurines. So she loved these kind of books because they reminded her of Beatrix Potter. Oh, thank you, Terry. Just say hi, Dot. Who else am I missing? Oh, thank you, Mary. See, I think Mary's inspired. And Mary, I saw you did a paper doll of the Queen, and you did her in purple. And I think let me see. I think they just came out with her final portrait, Mary. Her final portrait. I did keep a picture of it. Hang on. Let me go find it here. Her final portrait, maybe I put it on my iPad, she was in purple, I think. Where is it? Maybe it's on my iPad. Let me look up Queen's final portrait. And I didn't know if you probably didn't know that at the time. It's kind of a lavender color. Here it is. Look, there's her final portrait. If y'all missed any of the ceremony this morning, it was very moving, very touching. I watched it for about 2 hours this morning. The procession, and it was really awesome. It was a big procession. But this was her final portrait, Mary, and you did her doll in purple. So when I saw this morning, I went, oh, Mary, I wonder if you didn't know? Okay. But this was her final portrait. So, but it was really something to watch this morning. Oh, I watched it for a couple hours. So, okay. So anyway, this one is all like the same kind of fairy tale type thing. This is one of my favorite pages I've ever colored. And again, I did the water here. There was no water dripping or coming out of the faucet or dripping. I added the water. And I did all the bunnies, did all the different colors of bunny. I did a white, a gray, a brown, and a black little bunnies. So I did all the different. And here's one of those situations where there's a lot more than just three main colors because it's a garden scene with lots of different flowers. So again, these are very detailed. And here's another one here. Hooty hoo! Is Connie still here? That's a Keisha imitation. Hooty hoo! Son. This one with the koi in the pond. Okay, and then this one is Rhapsody in the Forest. The line art's a little darker in this one. To the little mouse. But they're so precious. That they just are. Do this little cat. Reindeer. It was like the the sweaters, like Norway or Sweden. This was already painted black in the background. So yeah, there's a couple of those. And then these next ones I haven't really colored much in, but I love them so much. Miss Melody has sent me these different ones, Korean and different Asian ones that are stunning books. They're stunning books. I can give you the ISBN, but I can't read the languages. So this one is called, the ISBN is 978-751-70-65647. And 70 East used to sell these. And again, I don't know if she's back to selling from overseas. But 70 East, and she has two channels, and I don't remember what the name of the other one is. 70 East, maybe somebody knows. But oh, thanks, Steph. I tried. I thought it might be kind of fun. They're doing the final service at Windsor. Okay, thanks, Dot. Dot's in the UK. So, okay, Mary. Mary's going to go look at the sewing machine thing. So, again, they're just stunning art. Beautiful, beautiful art. Look at this. Just amazing. It's like manga, anime type. So here's one that I'm almost done with. I say that's so many pages, but I did add glitter to her. So and then I also have, I think this is the one, I actually have the art book for this. One of these I have the art book for. I'm not sure if it was this one, but I actually have the whole art sketchbook of it. I'm not sure if it's this artist or not. I didn't bring that book in here, but there's another one. And this one, the ISBN is 978-7-115-45-9473. Okay. Here's one I do. And I did the mist going across the top there. Let me flip it this way because it's one-sided. And again, a little instruction book and little things to cut, how to color came in it. So let me go this way. And there's stories to them. I know there are stories to them. I just don't know what they are, but I really love them. Okay. Same for this one. I think this one's Korean. And, oh, can I just read that ISBN? My magnifying glass is in my sewing box. Let me see if I can read that. 97911. Oh, I just can't. Hang on. Let me get I can't read it without a magnifying glass. Too small. Look how small that is down there. Okay, so it is 9791195485248. And I don't even know if these are still around. Again, guys, go try to find 70 East on YouTube or Etsy, and you'll find these. They're just stunning books. Here's some sample pages on how to color them in the front. Again, I should be flipping from the other way. Here's one I did. Here's a double page spread there. So that one turned out pretty good. This one I think is Korean. Some are Chinese, some are Japanese, some are Korean. And I only pulled just these few, guys. I just pulled a few just to show you. And then this one goes this way. The ISBN 978-48443-66294. And it's read this way, right? So, baby, I can't get it to move. Started that one, didn't finish. But they're just beautiful. I just have so many. I wish I could pull them all for you. But they're just beautiful. All right, you're gonna have to get down. I can't. I just can't, baby. All right. So back to Serene. I'll work in this for 15 or 20 minutes. Janet didn't bring him. I don't know what you're talking about, Dot. Janet didn't bring him? I don't know what you mean. I was afraid to have a magnifying glass. Who's asking to leave it in a window? Well, yeah, don't leave it in the window, Marsh. I had mine in the sewing box because of the threading the needle thing. So again, Serene, this is his real name, but he goes by Nick Filbert. Okay, Nick Filbert. Oh. And he's texting us. So anyway, all right. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna get start on this. Maybe let's zoom in. So we'll just start on it. Okay, Bacola, thank you for being here. Thank you, Miss Snapdragon. Okay, let's see. I'm not going to be here much longer. Let's see. But these colors, I could do a darker skin. So let's see. And I got all this to play with. Paper background. So let's start with their skin. Let's see. Maybe these two. Let's try this. And this. So if you're not sure if you want to Copics, the chows, these right here, if you can buy these in a set of, I think there's light skin and dark skin. And I don't have them all out right here. But I think there's a set of like 4 in a set. I don't remember. Here's another one, the dark one. No, that's the same, I think. But anyway, there's you can buy if you want to see if you like alcohol markers or Copics. I always recommend buying the skin sets to see if you're going to like playing with. Bye, Lena. If you're going to like playing with alcohol markers, doesn't have to be Copics, of course, but of course that is the best, you know. But I have all these other brands too. I got Master's Touch. I got Ohuhu. I got Milo. I got all different ones. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little more. There we go. So let's just see here. Let's see which ones. And some of these need refilling. So I might need to, let's get a couple here to shade with, to blend with rather. Okay, let's try this. And I probably need this one. This one's running out, my E11. I always go through the E11. So let's go ahead and start with E11 and just put down a full, fill the face up pretty much. And the trick to alcohol markers I have found is to keep a wet edge. If it dries the edge, then you just want to go right back over it and get it wet again. So we'll start with this. And this is heavy cardstock, but it'll still go through. This marker is running low. Okay, and then I'm going to need this lighter one to fill in. You just build up your layers. I haven't decided on any colors or anything, but I'll look it over and see. I think this one's getting low too. My E00. I think I have another E00. I need to fill it. Let me just go and fill my E00 here. Oh, that's not it. Let's get the right one. All right, let me see. I'm going to reach out for a minute. Oh, I put a little bit of ink in here. To both sides. Should be enough. She's not, Marsh. Yeah, you missed it. She's got company, so she's not coming on today. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to do a little bit of dark at a time. And then blend it out. Can y'all see okay? I think I'll do her lips dark too. Probably add a little bit of color in it after a while, but I'm just going to get it based in here. What is the darker Copic? E15, and this is E00, and I was using E11 as well. E11, E00, and this is E15. And there's a darker one still, E18. This is kind of like a sienna. And just keep building it up. A little shadow up under the headpiece there. And I think that's her neck right there too. And I'm not Copic certified or Copic expert. I just kind of play around with it and just, try to keep a wet edge so that it blends. But there's a start. You want to give her little cheeks, if you want to give her that little, like this. Do this. And then blend that out too. Back in with some. See, it goes through. All right, I'm going to stop on the face for a minute. Well, wait a minute. I do want to put a little bit more dark right in here. And right down in the neck there. And different papers react differently too. So it's best to test. Like on some of the back pages or something where there's nothing on there. I don't want to get this too streaky right in here. I might have to go back over that. Get a little streaky in there. Okay. All right, I better stop. So I'm going to start wearing the paper down. All right, let's pick some colors. I'm thinking some greens. I'm thinking I might want some greens. Let's see here. Some olive green. That green. All right, I'm just going to, because we're going to run out of time. So I think I'm going to start on green on this, on some of the fabric. Like it could be like woolly, like wool, some kind of a wool kind of thing. I'm imagining, some moss green colors. I'm not looking at chat for a minute, guys. I'm trying to keep the edge wet here. And so anybody got any plans for the rest of the day now that Janet's not streaming? Do I need to run my errands today instead of tomorrow? Beautiful day here. And remember, Denise is might be here. Denise might be here on Wednesday. She might come tomorrow. And so she might be here on Wednesday to stream with me. I need add a little gray to make it a little darker in certain places. Liking those colors though. Let's see. Neutral gray. It's too dark, too dark. Let's try this one. No, I don't want that. So I'm going to use some gray to make certain areas of this darker. Always go back over with some more green, but it's just work. See how that just shaded that? Do you color over mark with pens? I do, Grace, all the time. I can almost say 100% of the time. I'll put pencil. Maybe I should stop and do some on her face for you. I don't have much time left today. But I hope y'all enjoyed seeing my new sewing machine escapade. It wasn't really that big of a deal, but it was at the moment. It was at the moment, especially when I saw that video showing me, well, you need to take your whole machine apart. Here, get your Allen wrench out, get the screwdrivers. What the? I'm not doing that. If I can't get this bobbin to wind, this baby's going back. All right, let me go ahead and get some pencils. Aw, now laying over there on Ben's canvas thing. Okay, let's see. Let me just grab a couple pencils here. Oh, I need a sienna. Where's my sienna? Well, and I have another sienna. Don't anybody email me. I always tell everybody this is just out of my nubs and leftovers, but I have plenty more pencils. But I don't mind using small bits. Let's see. I think I want to possibly try this. I can use colored ballpoint pens. The only thing about ballpoint pens, Missy, is like Bic pens, they smear. They're going to smear. I would use fine liners. You know, you could use fine liners like this. You know, little fine liners like that for details. But ballpoint pens, like Bic ballpoint pens, they have a tendency, and I, show you even when I'm sketching and drawing. Do I have one sitting here? Even when I'm sketching and drawing, they have a tendency to give you a clump of ink. So I would not recommend these on your ColorBook pages. I just wouldn't recommend it. Oh, and Jane, did you say anything about this bracelet that I missed? I love this, but I don't know anything about the beads or anything in them. Maybe you don't know either. I don't know. Oh, Inktober. Okay, I thought she was talking about ColorBook pages. I'm sorry. Thank you, Devin. Yes, in Inktober, yes, you can use anything. You can use any ballpoint pen. You can use color if you want, but I think the basic idea behind Inktober was black and white. But if you want to use color, I've used color occasionally. You can do whatever you want. It's your Inktober. You can do whatever you want. But I've used a little bit of color once in a few years. So is that what you're asking? If you could use color ones of these in Inktober? You can do whatever you want. Yeah. Copic multi-liners and the Uniball Vision pen you showed for sketching and journaling. Yeah. Um, yeah, they're awesome for especially the Copic multi-liners that are waterproof. Yeah, Sarah. All right, let me do a little bit of shading here with pencil. So I can just do a little bit more, detail. I should really, real quickly, I want her eyes to be green. So let's go ahead and put some green in her eyes. Just to base it in. And you can do a lot of this, what I'm doing right now. You could do it with Copics if you're really, really good with Copics. I'm better with pencil than I am with Copics. So I like going back in with pencil details. And I just, you really have to take your time on, especially on the skin. I don't want to, just because I'm running out of time, I don't want to rush it. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the giveaways and the sewing machine. Now that I've got a sewing machine for my Barbie costumes. And if y'all missed I did post it last week, the pirate outfit, which I sewed all that by hand before I got the sewing machine. So you see, I'm trying to make her a little bit darker skin. But you got to build it up slow. And every color skin has some kind of highlights. So even dark skin, girl's going to have some highlights. You saw it, Jane? And I missed again, Jane. I didn't hear you say anything. I don't see your answer. Well, all right, Dee Dee, those are from stones, quartz, lapis, and I believe agate and jasper beads. I thought of you when I saw them and knew you had to have them. Well, I love it. It's stunning. Thank you so much for it, Jane. I did show at the beginning of the show. Thank you so much. If y'all don't know, follow Jane. And by the way, Jane, I saw you did that dog. I didn't know you drew. I don't think I ever saw you draw anything. I always see you doing jewelry. But follow Jane. Let me click on her name here so y'all can find her. Follow Jane's YouTube channel, and I'm pretty sure she's on Instagram as well. And she has all kind of vintage jewelry that she finds at, I guess, estate sales and flea markets, and I don't know where she finds them all, but so I can see I'm slowly building up the color, but leaving some light. Just got to keep working it. Sarah said, yes, Missy, you can just Google, but there's always. Yes, Sarah's talking about, yeah, and the official Inktober prompts are out. That you can find them on Instagram or just Google Inktober 2022 and you'll find the official list. I never go by the list, but there is one. And y'all that won giveaways today, don't forget to email me your addresses so I can get those out to you. So the other thing about doing ColorBook faces and pages is if you want things really black like eyelashes or pupils, you need to go back over them to make them really dark. Let me go ahead and zoom in one more click real quick so you can see. And I just use a Sharpie pen and get those pupils nice and dark. And the eyeliner or any eyelashes or eyebrows or anything that you want to be black, you need to go over it, because when you color over, I'll do one eye so you can see. When you color over those areas, you're knocking back the blackness of the ink, and most color book pages are not they're not 100% black anyway. They're a dark gray. So if you want something really black, you need to go over it with black. I'll hold that up in a minute, but I need some highlights in her eyes. That's a little harsh. And I usually put a little blue shadow under there too. That one's a little, I got that a little thick. A blue, like slate blue. I like to put a little bit of slate blue in there because it gives it a nice little shadow. All right, so here's one eye with the black. See how the black pupil and the eyebrow and the eyelashes? This one has not been done. See the difference that makes? It makes all the difference when you go back in there with the black. And the same thing if you want the nostrils or inside the lip, like a closed mouth, or the very corners of a lip. If you want anything really black, you're going to have to go back in there. Hey, Hubster. Oh, you didn't hear. Just open the door. He decided not to come in through the garage. Hey, honey, I'm still streaming. I'll be done in a minute. Y'all know what happens when he tries to open that garage sometimes. I think that's why he's being considerate. So we didn't have to listen to that. Because I told him one time, I said, we listened for 5 minutes. You trying to get into that garage. Okay, so there we go. This is, Grace, this is a Sharpie pen. It's not a marker. And you can use the Sharpie pen on thin, like on double-sided paper. This does not go through. Well, you can make it go through if you know, but this doesn't bleed through like a Sharpie marker. Okay, the Sharpie pens are different. Yeah, I probably need to go. I need to go get them. I need to go fix a sandwich. If y'all missed the beginning too, I showed some awesome Happy Mail. from Marsh and Ben and of course Jane and then the little cat charms and also I showed it earlier, but Sharon made me a patch. I already put it on my jean vest. Let me show you the patch here. That was she hand beaded this, and I tacked down with some beads the wire antenna so that these weren't loose, you know. So I put some beads on the tips there and sewed that down. But she hand sewed that. Isn't that beautiful? Hand beaded it. So yeah, I showed that at the beginning. Okay, guys. Well, I think I'm gonna head out. I hope y'all got a little bit of a start here, seeing where we're going with this. I don't know how much I'm gonna color on it because I still got to finish that rabbit. I've got to finish the rabbit, that pink rabbit in the dragon book, and so we'll see. But whatever I finish, I always post on Instagram. If they're samples, then well, they're samples. But I love my serene pages. So thank you, Terry. I hope uh yes, I can be Beady Mars. Hi, Keisha. Keisha, you'll have to go back. There's Keisha's Creations. If y'all want a fun marketplace, y'all need to go to Keisha's. But yeah, we're just finishing up. But if y'all missed the beginning of the show and my new sewing machine, go back and watch it. I'm telling you. And the giveaways as well. Okay, guys. Well, y'all have a great day. And we will see you Wednesday. Hopefully, Denise will be here and she can stream with us on Wednesday. And I don't know what we're going to be doing yet. Oh, and here's my little, I'm making a little Barbie vest here. This is how far I got. And the little buttons are made with the liquid pearls. So yeah, I'm working on that. So anyway, I hope y'all had a good time and got some inspiration. And we will see you guys on Wednesday. And hi, Linda. Hi, Linda. Hi, Tim. Okay, guys, y'all have a great day. Sue, Sue, I'm glad you liked your Happy Mail, Sue. Good to see you. You too, Sue. And Linda, Northern Lights, I see. Anybody else I missed? Thanks, Guy. Pam, thanks, guys, for being here. Bye-bye.